paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot-bellied goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. Gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X. Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arkham Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went, baby, it's the best. The ladies ladies here are fighting spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anyone noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my gosh! Can you believe it? We're back!
It's a goofy ass Monday with your boy. Almost died over the weekend several times, but I survived all to bring you a mediocre show that you can forget about immediately. What's up, my beautiful boys in the chat? I hope you guys are ready because we're talking about a lot of crazy shit today. I don't know if you've been following my happy ass, but on Twitter, stuff went down. So I made a funny post about Pedro Pascal, and that shit went to the moon, bro. I'm going to make like $4,000 off that one post. It was like the biggest post in the world, probably, for a little while. And I got like 200 DMs. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we're going to go through all those. Okay. Go through all the Pedro Pascal alt accounts. Woo, I tell you what, man, it's pretty awesome. Also, we're going to talk about the Online Safety Act, which is threatening. It's threatening our every fiber of our being and our inherent rights on the internet. Inherent. Yes. We get these birthright rights to get on the internet and ship posts. Come on now. And they're trying to fuck me. And I'm tired of being fucked. At least you can kiss me on the mouth if you gonna fuck me. All right, look, if you're new here and you don't like language, I'm sorry. I'm 35, depressed, and overweight. So language is all I have left. Okay? That and Billy. What else am I going to do with life? That and my one pay pig. Only one. Billy. No, anyways, we're going to go through that. We're going to go through a lot of stuff. So a lot of stuff I haven't listed, obviously, because you can't put all that in the damn title. But we're going through everything. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm very excited to see you guys in the chat. I missed you. Oh my God. So let's get right into the sauce. Make sure you like the show. We're 20 likes from the goal. I'm pretty surprised that you guys hate me. I thought what we had was special, but apparently not. Apparently I'm just like every other woman you used up, spit out. Come on, Dino Spumoni, what's up? Give your boy some love. There's a lot of super chats, by the way. I don't know why. Appreciate you guys. Hey, we're almost halfway to Naked Snake. Can we hit Naked Snake before I fucking finish these super chats? Come on now. Also, we're going to do a membership drive today. Okay? The goal is 100 memberships. If we don't hit it, I'm leaving this world by force. My own hand. That's the goal. My life is in your hands. Okay? This is serious. I want you guys to start taking this shit serious. All right, okay, fuck it. Jokes aside, boys, let's have a good time. I'm excited to see you guys. So excited. Rage, you a bitch. Appreciate you, dude. Billy started us off with a ginormous fat-ass red boy. Let's give him some love. Oh, my God, can you believe it? I can feel it in my bones. I feel it in my ass. Oh, yeah, dude. I love it. Love the feeling. You know the feeling. What's up? You know the feeling. Come on, don't act like you don't know the feeling, Peachy. I know you do, Peachy. Fire Goddess for sure knows. What's up? Intimidator. Hey, Billy Hatcher says we had something similar last year to the Online Safety Act called the COSA. Remember SOPA? Dude, we have one of these every year. SOPA, SEPA, COPPA, COOPA, COPPA, JIBA, JABA, Safety Online Act. Right? Oh, we're going to have to police everything because think about the children. No, fuck them kids. Oh, no one cares about kids. Not me. No. Get them out of my sight. I don't need them. Okay? All right. Every time I watch those utopian, like dystopian futures, and the entire point is there's no children, I'm like, yeah, this is great. I want to live there. You ever seen the Robots versus Aliens? What the hell is the name of that TV show? Robot in Love? Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's that one episode of season 1, and there's no children, and that detective like is finding the people harboring the kids, and he starts feeling shit. I'm like, exterminate. This is perfect. I would love to live here. Let's do this. What's up? Anyways, I hope it doesn't pass at all in the UK. Is now planning on banning VPNs, but they're all illiterate people. Oh, yeah, the government banning anything. Good luck them trying to contain that. Bro, when I was 12 years old, I was using, what's that thing called? Tether? I don't even remember what it's called now. You could have an entire operating system on your thumb drive. And then when you pulled it out of your computer, shit just deleted automatically. It was amazing. I had that shit too. Bro, come on. And I was 12. You don't think there's a few Indian dudes in the UK that's like, oh, I will fix it for you immediately. Yeah, of course they will. It'll be fine. Shit, don't worry about it. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. The first red boy, the best red boy. Shout out to my boy. Kiss him on his penis. Appreciate you, dude. Even though he just says he doesn't like that. I'm just saying, but I think it's a lie. Thank you, Billy. We appreciate you for your red boy. Welcome back to the show, Billy. Oh, my word. Charles says another $2. Ask GameStop sponsors NASCAR. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. By the way, it's been officially announced I am in the new NASCAR 25 game. My name was right beside Cletus. Everybody said they want to kill me, which doesn't make sense. Like, you're stealing my joke. Stop stealing my joke. I'm like, hey, man, make sure you play the game and wreck me. And people were like, oh, yeah, so I'm going to wreck you. And I'm like, what? That's my joke. I feel like, look, I'm going to be honest. When their profile says they're 18 years old, and coincidentally, it's like, bi, autistic, and then they have a bunch, like 15 pronouns. Look, that's fine. I don't care what you do with your life. That's fine. Have at it, dude. I'm just saying. You can't fathom like making fun of somebody, right? Because that affects you negatively. It doesn't affect me. You can make fun of me all day, and I just agree with you. And people get really confused. They're like, wait a second, why are you not offended when I make fun? Because I'm 35. You can't do more damage than my ex-wife did. God. Sean, congrats on getting in the NASCAR game. You'll be the first one I race with and wreck with. What's up, baby? How you doing? Oh, by the way, is this the same Sean? It has to be. Yeah, I see your freaking car. Okay, I saw 2 Seans. I was like, what the hell? Thank you, dude. I love you, man. I appreciate you. You signed the release forms, right? I'm pretty sure Elite Bath and Showers is in the damn game. What's up? Thank you, Sean. Billy Hatcher, by the way. Oh, my word. I'm glad I don't live in the UK or the EU. America for the win. Praise Jesus. Praise Dale. Raise hell. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I was at the airport in Indiana. 4 hours. Okay, got there early. Woo! I got some hot wings at this one joint. It's a bar. Oh my God. They were like the best hot wings I've ever had. And I'm like, well, how's this possible? It's at the airport. You know, it's weird. I even burped and felt them later, and I like shat fire. God, that's like the perfect combination. I want to taste it on the ins going in and going out, bro. People don't understand the love. All right. Anyways, thank you, Billy, by the way, a pink boy. Shout out to Billy. He's going hard as hell. We're 160 from Nega Snake, and I haven't even got finished with the super chats. Can we hit it? Remember, if we don't hit it, no, that's the goal. That's the 100 membership goal. 100 memberships in the office. All right, that's fine. It's a joke, kind of. Kara says, show us on the Din Djarin doll where Pedro got anxious on. Is that the dude from Game of Thrones where he got his eyes gouged out? I liked him then. What happened? He said yes too many times. You know, like when you stop liking a chick, you know, or you stop liking your wife because she says yes too many times to other men. That's Pedro right now. Thank you, Karis. I love you, dude. Billy Hatcher says also fuck Pedro. Damn, it's all out warfare on Pedro Pascal. He says fuck the groper. He's lame, dude. I agree. Look, dude. The weirdest thing about this, here, I'll explain it when we get into it. All right. I'm going to explain it when we get into it. But you notice that if Pedro Pascal was overweight and old, and I know a lot of people keep saying he's old. Oh, yeah. Okay. Look, you know what I mean. All right. I mean like 70, not 48 or 52. But that being said, you ever notice that if Pedro Pascal was old and overweight and bald and shit, yeah, no one would be okay with this. All those women defending him because he's hot. Yeah, okay. All right. They're always like, oh, they gave him his consent. And I'm like, where did you hear this? Are you just assuming? When you see a dude at the bar, like grabbing full ass of some chick, do you just assume she gave him consent? No, you don't do that. What the hell? Thank you, Billy. I think Billy Rainbow Knighted, by the way, by himself. What a trooper. 70 away from Naked Snake. Oh my God. Could it be a Fight Milk Night? I have not eaten since I left the gym at 5 p.m. Hey, I drank a little bit of protein. Could it be a vomit night? It could be. What's up? Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, dude. Rob had fun melting at the track with you, dude. We almost died. Thank God you brought your truck, man. That was bad. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you. Oh, we also went and saw Superman. That was fun too. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Rob. Look, dude, I think I take it for granted sometimes. Like I got home and I told PDH, I was like, damn, thank God Rob was there. Because I would have wanted to die. I'd have been so bored, dude. Billy says, damn, tonight's going to be a bug stream. Thanks for the batshit crazy weekend. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. You mean the big stream, but I get it, dude. Thank you, Billy. Another orange boy. And we're about to hit Billy again and again. Look at this. Another red boy. Oh, my God. And another one. Oh, by the way, and another one. Oh, my God. Billy. He's hijacked the stream. It's not even about Pedro Pascal. It's about Billy Pascal now. Also, the kids will find a way around these the retarded laws. They'll also use their parents' cards to bypass the laws. And I wasn't expecting Cletus to be in the NASCAR game. It's great to see both of my favorite YouTubers again. Yeah, dude, of course. Yeah, a lot of people are confused as to why drivers from like a month ago are not in it. And I'm like, yeah, this shit was done in March. Okay. Like, all the release forms for the video game was signed in March. Yeah, of course. Nothing you can do, dude. Of course, they're not going to have a guy from last week in the game. Thank you, Billy. That is like 300 from Billy alone. Shout out to Billy. Everybody give him some love in the chat. Thank you, man. What a great man. What a great supportive man. I don't deserve his love, but I am so thankful. We are $10 from Naked Snake. Holy shit, boys. Oh, my God. This is like a record-breaking stream tonight. Record-breaking stream. And remember, we have a 100 membership goal. If we hit it, I will drop an ass ton of memberships as well. So that's the thing. Oh, thank you, Billy. I love you. Appreciate you. Billy is the leader, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. But also, Michael Dyer. Michael Dyer! Fab a lot. Cody, thank you for the awesome races. Great hanging out with you and Rob in the pit. Such a great time. Dude, I'm so glad you and your chick came. So much fun. You guys took care of me. You gave me a rag. It saved my life. I appreciate that. It's always fun to see your freaking giant ass towering over me like I'm a baby again. Like I'm a baby. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you, dude. I love you. I hope you guys have fun, and we're going to do it again, of course. All you got to do is message me. Don't forget. All you got to do is message me, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited, dude. Hell yeah. All right. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you, dude. We love you. That's like the second pink boy, third red boy. God, this is crazy. Then we already hit Nigga Snake. Hot diggity damn, boys. Michael Nyer, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, buddy. Can't wait to see you again. Felwin says, drink water, drive fast, don't die. Dude, I almost died. Whew. It was the hottest race since Michigan last year. God, it sucked, dude. Oh, it sucked. Thank you, Felwin, for the gold boy. Yeah. My brother in arms. Felwind is the man. Don't forget, Michael Nyer. For the snack. Oh, my God. There's another one from Michael Nyer. I promise we're getting to the content. But everybody's showering me with love. What do you think I'm going to do? Ignore them? No. You're always thinking to yourself, why is there no viewers on your show? It's because I focus on the boys that support my ass. And I appreciate you guys so much. Billy, for the snake. And there it is. We have officially hit Naked Snake for the 487th show in a row. And we just started 10 minutes in. This might finally be a Fight Milk night. And it's been months. And I feel it in my bones, bruh. And we only have 99 memberships to go because Jay-Z joined. Thank you, Jay-Z. We love you. Appreciate you. Beautiful. I love you. Oh, my God, Jay-Z. Welcome back, baby. All right. Let's get the show on the road. Thank you, Michael. And thank you so much, Billy. Hot diggity damn. Billy went so hard. He went so hard for me. I don't understand. I just don't understand. All right. So, if you guys are not following the nonsense, there's a new Online Safety Act law that's starting to creep in. Okay. And we're going to go over all of it. And then we're going to jump into the Pedro nonsense, which is going to be a lot of fun. When you see my DMs, they are insane. You know what's even crazier about this? I got DMs on Instagram. How did people even find me on Instagram? I got DMs on it. I had a lady call me fat as hell. It hurt my feelings. It broke me. Have you ever been broke? I was broke. She called me fat. And that's all it takes to break my fat ass, is to call me fat. You break my fat ass immediately. Now, a little bit of an update because this just happened today. So there was an online petition to basically, hey, UK government, can we look at this law? Can we look at what you're talking about here with the Online Safety Act? And the UK responded. And it was fucked. So we're going to read that too. So we're going to read all of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And big shout out to Sean Smith with 10 gifted memberships. There you go. 89 to go. Look at this. Look at this. It's like an old-fashioned show up in this bitch. Even Sean with his beautiful ass Dodge. If you ever get an extra Dodge, you want to sell me, Sean, for like nothing. That'd be nice. Tired of driving my truck everywhere, man. Some bitch is huge. I know you got like 8 Chargers, something. Give me the shit one. But it's still, it can't be, it's got to be a V8, obviously. That's like the price of admission. All right. Can't pay me to drive nothing else. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be the big one. All right. Just saying. As long as I can put some straight pops on it and give her beans, I'm good with it. Thank you, Sean. Everybody, thanks Sean for the memberships. If you got one, if you didn't get one, looks like you need to gift some membership. So what's up? It's a DSP show tonight. Let's get some support for all the silliness, please. Can we get some support for all the silliness? All right. All right. Okay, whatever. So there was an online petition to repeal the Online Safety Act. This petition garnered over 400,000 signatures. 400,000. That's a lot, boys. That's a lot, boys. And the UK responded to it. And guess what they said? Guess what they said? Well, guess what? You're not going to have to guess because we're going to read it right now. Big shout out to Chicky Mama. Prayers. Your son is in my thoughts. Everybody give Chicky some love. We love you. We appreciate you. He's going off doing some brave shit. He's a better man than most of us. So all is well in the world. Master Lion, 20 gifted. Oh my God. Oh! Oh my God. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 69 away. Oh. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going too crazy. Okay. Somebody asked earlier, is this guy on cocaine? No. Okay, that would be fantastic. But no, I'm not. I'm on sheer depression. This is all fake. I'm forcing all this. See this? Inside, I'm screaming. End it all. Thank you, Master. All of you, dude. God, what a good man. What a good man. What a beautiful man. All right. Tonight's the night, Mog. I doubt it. Oh, I doubt it, Mog. Oh, I doubt you, buddy. You ain't getting shit. All right, so Mashalon's the GOAT. Sean's the GOAT. Appreciate you guys. Get on it, diggity dog on it. I do know Nick Recato. We have a top bond. Is our bond through the cocaine? No. Should it have been? Yes, because I would be way more skinny right now. And we all want to be skinny. God, could you imagine? People were like, at the height of the Nick cocaine-ness, people were like, you do cocaine with Nick Recato. And I'm like, bro, I'm 210 pounds right now. I'm not on cocaine. That's not how that works, bro. Are you kidding me? Come on. All right. So let's cover the Online Safety Act that has accrued nearly 400,000 signatures. This act is pretty much the end of free speech on the internet as we know it. Now, to be completely fair with the UK, there is no free speech. You ain't got no damn First Amendment in the UK. God, you call cookies biscuits, you kind of deserve this shit. But other than that, look, I have empathy for my fellow man. Even if you have a terrible accent, okay? Still got empathy for you. Even if you're afraid of butter knives, I still kind of care about you. Not really, but a tiny percent feels bad about the butter knife thing, because, it's very bitchly, okay? But it's the most effeminate place in the world. It's completely fine. But this petition is going ham. The UK government has responded to the petition with nearly 400,000 signatures to repeal the Online Safety Act. They have no plans to repeal the online. I love the short, sweet, and to the point, That's why girls don't like me, because I cannot satisfy them. Because why? I'm short, sweet, and to the point. It's instantaneous, Okay? You get 18 seconds. Did you come? No, it's fine. I did. And that's why I'm here. Isn't that right, Sean? What's up? Charles, thank you, gifters. Good night, my friend. We love you. We appreciate you. All right. Oh my God, look at these memberships, bro. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do with Sean today. 50 gifted memberships. Hot diggity. Damn. Oh my God, this maniac of a man. Oh,
Why are we still here?
oh, oh my gosh.
Just to suffer
It's so good for your skin. Just rub it in.
every night. I can feel my
Oh my
leg.
God. You girls in the chat, you know what I mean. Don't act like you don't. Fire goddess. I see you. There's only one girl here, except for Chicky and Jay-Z. And maybe somebody else. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm being sexist as hell. I'm sure there's a couple of you. I appreciate you, Sean. You are the man. I haven't had a 50 gifted in like a year. Maybe. Thank you. That puts us 24 from the goal of 100 memberships. 24. Ah! Jeff Gordon forever. Praise Jesus. Praise Jeff, raise heck. Praise Del, raise hell. Let's get on it, doggone it. Thank you. All right, let's read this shit. Thank you so much, Sean. Everybody, you best give Sean some love. Vixen, I love you. You best give Sean some love in the chat for dropping the bills on you, bro. He dropped the bills on you. Fire Goddess, I'll ban your ass. Don't you say nothing about the king in here. Okay? I'll ban you. The Rainbow Warrior can have his way with me. All right, okay, Sean, we get you. We love you. We appreciate you. Repeal the Online Safety Act. It says we want the government to repeal the Online Safety Act. Now, I got news for you guys. Petitions don't do anything, okay? You got to take what you want by force, all right? Like Genghis Khan. That's why half of Asia is related to this guy. Did he sign a petition? No, he forced the petition. And by the petition, I mean his sword and his papi, right? Now everybody's got the last name Khan, and it's very strange, especially in Laos. I guess he went there first. But petitions don't do shit. As you're learning today, they don't do nothing. All right? You think politicians give a shit about what you think? No. They don't even care who you vote for, as if that matters. Come on. You think the people on the left or right care about the Epstein list? No, because they're both on it. They don't give two shits, bruh. Come on, Sean. 100 memberships. We are at 101 memberships, guys. Oh my God. We are 20 minutes. We're 20 minutes in. I should have set the goal higher. Damn. I can pay my mortgage finally. That shit's a month late, by the way. I'm just joking, kind of. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I'll live. It's fine. I got bad habits. Too many cases of the monster. The legal cocaine. Listen. Oh, you know what? Fire Goddess. You know what? Unmodding you right now. Massive Lions, dude. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. What a beautiful man. What a beautiful man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much. What the hell you mean, Art the Clown? The fuck does that mean? How dare you compare me to the balding mess of a man? I don't even care when people make fun of me, yet I turn off the replies and follow the Kiwi thread every second. All right, Mashlons, love you, dude. Thank you so much. We got the goal. The goal has been doubled now, by the way. Oh oopsie, sorry. Thank you, Matt. I think that's Matt. I'm pretty sure it's Matt. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. I might be wrong. I think it's Matt. Thank you for the one gifted membership. And Billy says, can we have a fight milk night? Thanks to Sean. Thank you, Billy. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. All right. Okay. Let's cover this shit. God, you guys, I got to do content or else I'm going to get banned. No one wants to see me gush over free money. Okay. I appreciate you guys. Awesome. All right. Mary, I love you. Mary Night. Oh, Mary Night. What's up, baby? How you doing? The beautiful. The most attractive female I saw this weekend. Now, to be fair, there was only like one of them, and it was her. But it's fine. Still counts. All right. Here we go. So it says, repeal the Online Safety Act. We want the government to repeal the Online Safety Act. Well, guess what? 360,000 signatures when this was posted, by the way. Okay. When this was posted. It says Parliament will consider this for debate, by the way, By the way, I doubt it. And the government did respond. They did respond. You guys ready for the response? This is our free speech at stake. I'll never be able to get on the stream again and talk about pisser smashing or turd cutters if this passed in America. I could say one slur and it'd be over. It'd be over. All it would take would me to say something about money in front of Helena, and I'm done. I'm fucking done. Okay? There's ancient lore there. And by ancient, I mean thousands of years. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's read the stuff. What are you huffing? It's called a bitch stick, or how Randy Marsh puts it, a pussy stick. A geek bar on 5%. All right. Trump would never allow it. Good. Based. Trump won't let the Epstein files come out. Let's make this a little bit bigger, guys. Can I do that? That's what she said. Unfortunately, no. Oh, no. Okay. We're going to save this. Let me save this as a file so I can actually read this on bitch and you guys can follow along with me. Because to be completely fair, I am illiterate. And I don't want you guys to have to suffer through my illiteracy. Here we go. Read the response in full. Oh, I'll show you a full response, baby. What's up? Cam isn't fat. He's thick. Thank you. Thank you, Travis. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. All right. Where is it? Share screen. Where's my screen at? Stop. Share. God, I'm like Gary now. I'm boomering hard. Hold on. Share screen. Share window. Oh, wow. All right. Look how much better that is. 50 likes from 200. Can you believe it? We hit the membership goal. We hit all the goals. Can you believe it? The last one up is Fight Milk. Is it possible? All right. So here we go. It says, I would like to thank all those who signed a petition. It is right that the regulatory regime for in-scope online services takes a proportionate approach, balancing the protection of users from online harm with the ability for low-risk services to operate effectively and provide benefits for users. Now, when I hear the phrase online harm, I seem to think about a bad name. I seem to think about Pedro Pascal being called a gropey, creepy guy, and he getting offended and having me thrown in prison. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a lot of videos online of elderly women getting arrested, and I don't know how the young men like follow through with it. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not arresting this lady. I'm going back to the station. Y'all can eat my ass. And if they all do that, you're good, right? No, probably not, because the government will just throw your ass in jail for fighting back. You're not allowed to fight back. Okay. You're not allowed to fight back. The last time we fought back, we got a whole country out of that shit. Okay. They don't like when you fight back, bro. That's just how this is. Right? The answer to 1984 is 1776. And it always has been. But there's little old ladies getting arrested for saying simple shit like, we need to keep the culture in Britain. We need to keep Britain for the British. Right? Keep the culture alive. They'll get arrested for that shit. It's crazy because somebody will get their feelings hurt because they're like, hey, man, I came here specifically to change the culture. How dare you? The government has no plans to repeal the Online Safety Act and is working closely with Ofcom to implement the act as quickly. Damn. Thank you for your 400,000 signatures on your petition, everybody. We have no plan to repeal. Oh, by the way, we're going to go as fast as possible. As possible. As you know, that's like you're tied up by a serial killer. Okay, you got Jeffrey Dahmer and his pants are already off and he is erect. And you're like, sir, listen, I will do whatever you say and it will be awesome for you as long as I get to leave after. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to kill you right now instead of an hour from now. And you're like, oh, shit, this got way worse. I thought I was helping. No, I wasn't helping. I made it worse, apparently. Oh, my God. Jesus, man. What is going on with this world? I love how it says, it's always framed in the same way. It's always framed as we're trying to protect you. It is under the guise of safety and protection. The reason I'm beheading you in the street is for your own safety, everyone. Don't worry. It's just a butter knife. It'll be over in 2 hours, okay? Not a steak knife, no. Not a butcher knife, no. It's a butter knife. We're trying to protect you from the evils of society. And by the way, society, what we mean is white people. God forbid I walk outside and get sunburnt. Jesus Christ, throw me in prison immediately. I don't even wear SPF. I need SPF 100, okay? Or else I'm going to prison. That's what this feels like to me. Proportionately, though, is a core principle of the act and is built into its duties. By the way, who determines what's proportional? Okay? There's a guy right now probably thinking that just thumbing you a little is totally proportional. I just thumbed him. You know, Pedro Pascal, I just grabbed her boobies from the back. You know what I'm saying? It's proportional. You know, it's totally fine. Who gets to determine what is proportional in here? As regulator for the online safety regime, and I got to be honest, the word regime is terrifying. I don't know why. Ofcom must consider the size and risk level of different types and kinds of services when recommending step providers can take to comply with its requirements. You must comply, obey, or die. Duties of the Communications Act 2003 require Ofcom to act with proportionality and target action only where it's needed, right? Only where it's needed. You see a dude cooking a dog outside, and you're like, wow, my neighbor's cooking the dog. And you post it on Twitter, arrested. Shocking. Proportional, right? Target only action where it's needed. You said you saw your neighbor burning a dog alive and eating his ass. That's just happens to be where it's needed. Oops. I'm sorry. I didn't know I couldn't do that. It's fine. Some duties, though, apply to user and search services in the scope of the act. This includes risk assessments. Oh, did you Google MAGA? High risk. Is your name Billy Hatcher? High risk. Did you donate hundreds of dollars to a white man in Alabama? High risk. Michael Nye, you're fucked. I'm sorry, dude. Mass Lions, lock your door because they coming. High risk. You high risk. What would you think is high risk, everybody in the chat? I will ask the chat right now. What would you think is high risk? Is it the dude that's Googling how to choke out his 8 wives? You know what I'm saying? Or is it the dude that's Googling if he can marry his 9-year-old he just immigrated? Or is it the guy that looks up British lore? You may be wrong with your assessment. It is not the first two. It is the latter. Danger, everyone. Danger is in pursuit of your liberty. Have some balls on you, Billy. Have some balls on you, Billy. Juicy Boots, you a bitch. Also, all right. This includes risk assessments, including determining if children are likely to have access to service. If so, assessing the risk of harm to children. Will you just think about the children? Can you guys think about the children for 2 seconds, please? Are none of you thinking about the children? Because if you're not, it's shameful. Okay. Now let's just completely ignore the UK right now, where all the children are getting snatched up and abused. And if you say anything negative, guess what? The child gets charged. But it's fine. We got to protect the children. I don't know. Seems kind of like a contradiction. But we'll ignore that and skip over it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll completely ignore that and move on as a society. Don't worry about it. Fine. Okay. While many services carry low risk of harm, the risk assessment duties are key to ensuring that risky services of all sizes do not slip through the net of regulation. Another gross word that I don't like hearing the government use. Regulation. I should be able to have a V10 with straight pipe exhaust and a frame. And that's it. That's all I should be. Your car requires a frame. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the regulation that I'll accept. And even that's a stretch. Okay. I put a jet engine on my goddamn bike and register. You know what I'm saying? But it's fine. Don't worry about it. You know how they love their regulation. I don't know if you've ever been to West Virginia, but you fart too loudly and you can't register your car. You can bring that sumbitch from the dealer to the DMV and they'll be like, sorry, bro, your spoiler is an inch too high. And I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? It came from the damn dealership. Well, here in West Virginia, we hope you die. And that's what they say. They literally say that to your face. I've been there. I've seen it. I've seen it. For example, okay, the government is very concerned. about small platforms that host harmful content. Uh-oh. Ah. Ah. Oh, no. Oh, God, Jesus. What does this mean? What could this possibly mean, Billy? Billy, what does this mean, Billy? Online forums hosting hateful content. Yeah, my tweet about Pedro Pascal groping everybody got 250,000 likes, 50 million views. Hateful content. Is that a forum? Is it a small forum? I don't know. Is X a small forum? Oh, God, Jesus. I don't know. What about Reddit? Reddit? No, that's approved politics. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. We're totally cooked. We're totally fucking cooked, Ozzy. We're cooked, Ozzy, bro. It's over. Hey, we're fucked. We're going to die. We're going straight to prison. And there's going to be alligators in the prison with us because they also said something racist. And they arrested the alligators too. And then they are biting our asses. And they don't want to team up with us because they're fucking alligators. We're like, dude, alligator guy, let's take over the prison. And they're like, no, I'm going to eat your ass because I'm an alligator. That's where we're at as a society. Okay? We're getting eaten by the damn alligators because they're fucking saying bad shit too. You can't say anything harmful, such as forums dedicated to encouraging unaliving yourself or self-harm. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if transition Reddit pages will be banned because they encourage something like that. No, that's not considered self-harm, though. Interesting. I wonder if I went to a psychiatrist and I was like, hey, Mr. What's the psychiatrist in Rugrats called? Lipschitz. Hello, Dr. Lipschitz. All right, can you take a break from lipping the shits for 2 seconds and tell me if I can remove my arm? And he'd be like, oh, no, you cannot remove your arm. That is crazy. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm like, but wait a second, Lipschitz. What if I wanted to remove my tiny penis? He'd be like, that is very brave. I feel like it's self-harm. But maybe I am wrong about this opinion, okay? Listen, this is an opinion. This does not necessarily reflect on the chat, everybody. I'm not trying to get arrested by the UK. They'll extradite my ass. I'll have to go over there and eat the biscuits. Can I have a biscuit, ma'am? You want a biscuit, right? And they bring me out a cookie. And I'm like, I wanted a Popeye's biscuit. You apparently have no idea what you're doing, okay? And I don't want a bottle of water either. Okay. Exempting small services from the act would mean that services like these forums would not be subject to the act's enforcement powers, even forums that might seem harmless and carry potential risk, such as where adults come into contact with child users. Oh my God. Roblox is canceled, everybody. So Billy was telling me he plays Roblox all day. Billy's like 38 or some shit. Okay. He's old as hell. All right. And he'll brag that he's just a kid and he's also a child. And I'm like, Billy, you are a man, whether you like it or not, Billy. Okay. Interacting with children on Roblox. Okay. Even Arca News is cringe as fuck. Playing some Roblox. We about to go to prison with the alligators, bro. Get ready. Going to prison. The horror. It's Tuesday, isn't it? All right. Okay. Get real. It's fun. Get real. It's fun. Big shout out to all the Red Boys, by the way. We're like real close to Fight Milk, by the way. Is it possible? Is it possible? Will you please stop doxing Billy? Fuck Billy. He says he plays Minecraft better. You will definitely never come in contact with children on Minecraft. It's totally fine. You're good. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. All right, Travis, you calm down. So, once providers have carried out their duties to conduct a risk assessment, they must protect the users of their services from the identified risk of harm, which means everything. X, yeah, it's over. X ain't happening. Reddit, probably going to be allowed as long as they delete all the conservative subreddits, which I'm pretty sure all of them are gone anyway. Why would you want to be on Reddit? You know, it's totally fine. Right? So yeah, you're fucked. But that being said, Ofcom's illegal content codes of practice set out recommended measures to help providers comply with these obligations. The word comply makes my skin crawl. Right? It makes my skin crawl. If I was talking to an adult woman, I would not say take your drawers off, comply. I would say take your drawers off. Right? Comply feels wrong. Right? Can I get like some opinion from the women in the chat? Comply feels wrong, right? Feels a little Germany. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't asking. That's what comply feels like, right? Just band gets me in it. Yes. Yes. I'm okay with that. Yes, Kayla, exactly. By the way, Master Lawns, Whiskey Heart, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. All right. Here's the obligation. So it's a provider's risk assessment accurately determines the risk faced by the users are low across all harms. Ofcom's code specify they only need some basic measures. Even if look at this, dude. Even if the risks are low, they still have to comply. Bro, what? Dude, everybody's boned. Everyone is boned. Makuta says comply sounds like force. Yes, but it is kind of sexy, right? I know how you girls are. You guys are weird. You're weird. I'm like, ma'am, would you like to engage in coitus? And they're like, ooh, don't say that. Just do it. And I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to get arrested, Makuta. Okay? You guys are shifty. Shifty. All you, especially the white women. I know you. You're shifty as hell. Black sheep. What a super sticker. What's up? Stop proceeding. Okay, Mog. Look, you're not getting a membership, bro. Sorry. You speaking vile in my chat right now. It's not allowed. You're speaking vile things in my chat. I'm going to call the UK government. They're coming to get you. Alligators. You're going to be in there with Billy. Alligators. All right. I just want you guys to remember. Those alligators are big, bro. You ever been bit by an alligator? I don't think so. Amos Moses lost his whole arm up to his elbow. Okay. If you don't know who that is, he used to hunt alligators down in the swamp. Wait, this isn't all of it. Hold on. Where's the rest of you? Hold on. Why don't you post the whole thing, you bastard? Why don't you post the... Here, I'll get the let's see. Response to online safety petition. Why are you not post all of it? Why? All right. I'm trying to see the rest. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? I just want a screenshot, bro. You don't have to like post the actual words. Here it is. Okay. Here we are. All right. Yeah, whatever. We'll do this. This works. So this is like the same document, I think. Easy to find. All right. So let's share this instead. This is the actual website itself with the actual petition. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we can zoom in because, life is good here in Alabama where you can zoom in now. Thank you, Black Sheep, again. Oh, all right. Here we go. What? What, Art the Clown? What, Art the Clown? Do you feel better, Art? We're having a good night, Art. You feel better? We got a good audience. Billy's here. Tug Simp's here. She don't even like me. Helena hates my ass. She's here. I did play her some music earlier, though. And she likes that shit. When you all you gotta do is play Helena a little bit of piano, and suddenly she's not asexual anymore. It's crazy how that works. I'm joking. All right, Helena? I don't need your 3 a.m. freaking night letters, okay? This is a joke. All right, here we go. So here's the basic measures from Ofcom, okay? Basic measures. It says easy to find, understandable terms and conditions. A complaint tool that allows users to report illegal material when they see it, backed up by a process to deal with those complaints. Now, I would like you in the chat to inform me on what is illegal. What is illegal material? Now, if we're going off the UK's laws, that means everything. I happen to get sunburnt. That's illegal in the UK, apparently, from what I read recently. Being a natural born British citizen. That's now illegal, apparently. I'm joking here. I'm joking. Okay? I'm joking, Reginald. Reginald, it's fine. These are jokes. Okay? All right? I've done 2 comedy shows in my life. That means I can say these things. Helena says, did you just say life is good? Who are you? No, life is bad. Send money. Thank you, Helena. I appreciate you. Actually British. Yeah, see, this whole damn time, I was actually British. So who determines what is illegal? If we're going off the UK's laws, that's everything. The ability to review content and take it down if it's illegal or breaches their terms of service. Now, look, is this necessarily a bad thing if it's an actual legal act? I.e., somebody posts a child on there. That's pretty fucked. That's an illegal act. But who determines what is illegal? That is very important. People often misconstrue certain things when people are trying to add new laws in the books. They'll say hateful content. Well, what determines hateful? Who determines what is hateful, right? If we have Harry Sison determining it, we're all fucked, right? Right? If we have some of these nut jobs out there determining what is hateful, we're all going to jail, right? It's who determines it. And if you leave it up to a person that's politically biased, we're all screwed. Also, remember this. The party that you do not agree with will be in power again. It's coming. It's coming to you. Coming to you, government near you, right? In pay-per-view. So what happens when the government you don't like gets in power and uses rules that you supported in the previous administration? Well, guess what? You in prison too, and we're all sharing a cell, eating prison food together, bumping uglies, because you best believe my happy ass is going to the female prison. Ain't no way in hell, all right? I'm shaving my beard. Shaving my beard. My name is Codina now. We're going to the women's prison. If I'm in the UK, you can do that. I've seen it. I'm not making stuff up. This is not jokes. This is real life. A specific individual responsible for compliance who Ofcom can contact. See, Reddit's already fucked because Reddit don't do these things, right? You think a Reddit mod's going to do this shit? No, they're going to see their phone ringing and have a panic attack, right? Right? There's a reason why people that hate you in real life online never come up to you in person and say they hate you. It's because they don't leave their home. You think a Reddit mod's going to answer the phone when it says UK Ofcom? No, they're going to be like, fuck that. I got to go to my happy place, which happens to be the brony porn subreddit, where a child's access assessment indicates a platform is likely to be assessed by children. A subsequent risk assessment must be conducted to identify measures for mitigating risk. Ooh. Like codes of practice on illegal content. Ofcom's recently issued child safety codes also tailor recommendations based on risk level. For example, highly effective age assurance is recommended for services likely assessed by children that do not already prohibit and remove harmful content such as pornography and suicide. What is the deal with the offing yourself? Okay? This is natural selection, bruh. If I'm on Reddit and I say, I really like the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I really liked when Luke drank the titty milk. And then somebody is like KYS and I do it? That's just natural selection at this point, right? Is that a bad take? I feel like it's a great take. What do you think? Now, to be fair, if you like The Last Jedi, yeah, I think that's the route you should go. Just gonna be completely honest with you. Totally fine, right? Anybody in the chat like The Last Jedi? I got my right clicker ready to ban you. Who's gonna say it? Did you know the president of Brazil 3 days ago said the Holocaust never happened? Oh my God. He's just trying to go, like he's trying to one up Trump by saying crazy shit. God no, hell no, good. You're safe from the ban hammer today. Ban him. Gooch / Justin banned. All right. Providers of services likely to be accessed by the UK children require to complete their assessment, which of Ofcom may request by what the issue here is, man. The internet's like a vast sea of craziness, right? Do you really expect every single website to comply with random Ofcom requests? And if they don't, they get pulled? What the hell? I haven't checked my website in like a year. Pretty sure it's not even there anymore, right? Ofcom going to email my ass. Hey, man, A child could access this. To be fair, a child could access any website, right? Thank God we grew up in the early days of the internet where you could crank off. You could crank off one to some Bible Black, bruh. Hey, man, I got the Bear Share live. 19 megabytes. Let's go. I'm about to have a long night. You best believe. Praise Jesus, Bear Share early days of the internet. You could do whatever you wanted. Hell yeah. All I had to do was go to Google, type in Gore. Look at all the heads falling off. It was that easy. We didn't know how easy and good we had it back then. Huh. Junebug says, why were you watching Bible Black if you hate anime? I was 12 years old, and it wasn't for the anime, bro. It was not for it was not for the anime, my friend. Come on, dude. Keep up, Junebug. Don't act like you don't know. My man over here. On the 8th of July, which has passed, Ofcom CEO wrote to the Secretary of State for Science, Innovation, and Technology, noting Ofcom's responsibility for regulating a wide range of highly diverse services, including those run by businesses, but also charities, community and volunteer groups, individuals, and many services that have not been regulated before. Ooh, that word, regulation. Man, I bet government officials, when they write that word down, they shoot loads, bro. Oh, I get to regulate the common man. Oh, I mean, they've been doing it for a millennia, right? They've been doing it for a damn millennia with monarchy. Oh, yes. I have to have sex with every man's wife in the village. It's a rule I just made up. Very important. I have to make sure she's worthy. How old is she? 12? Perfect. Right? Right? That's how this always went. They love regulation. God, I can just hear, I can hear their accent saying it. Oh, yes. Oh, we love regulation. I want to regulate you. Please regulate me harder, Daddy. Oh my God. I'm getting married, King. I'm getting married, King. Are you excited? He's like, no, I'm about to wear her out. Oh, thanks, King. I appreciate that. Probably don't tell the guy. You know, maybe escape to a different country. Let's go to Turkey. Going to Turkey. I can fix my balding and I can get married without the king smashing my wife. That's how this works. That's regulation, bro. That's what the kings did. That's what they did, man. Michael says you have a sick. Bro, do you not know about the king? Do you not know about that? Come on, Michael. Where you been, bro? This was a law where the king. Now, look, I don't know the specific nations, but it was a very common practice hot, long ass time ago where the king had to smash your wife before you married her. That's how that worked. Okay? In what you would consider first world countries. Very common. And unless she was fat, then for some reason, he didn't have to. It all worked out. You know what I'm saying? Very common. And why? Because regulation, bruh. They never can stop. They'll never stop. Oh my God. Everybody saying prima nocta. There you go. It is real. It is real. They do, Art the Clown. What the hell is up with that? The letter notes that the Act's aim is not to penalize small, low-risk services trying to comply in good faith. No. Ofcom and the government recognize that many small services are dynamic small businesses supporting innovation and offer significant value to their communities. Oh. Ofcom will take a sensible approach to enforcement with smaller services that present low risk to users and only take action where it's proportionate, there's that word again, and appropriate. Billy called me the F slur, you're going to prison. And we'll focus on cases where the risk and impact of harm is the highest, right? The highest. My man Googled the butter knife. You're going to prison, bro. You're going to prison. That's just how this works. That's how this works, man. We're talking 2,000 to 3,000 years ago? No. Bro. The most corrupt age ever was like the medieval period. Bro. You know what kings were doing back then, son? Whew. I can't even imagine. Imagine the most horrible thing you could ever imagine. They were doing way worse in the royal family in every single country in the UK. Or what is the UK today? You can't even imagine the horrors. What do you want to do? Whatever the fuck I want. It was literally Viva la Bam. Viva la Bam. How many princes and kings were attracted to children? Do you think anyone stopped them? No, of course not. Of course not. It's horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Luckily, we're past that kind of. And I say kind of. Kind of. Ofcom has developed an extensive program of work designed to support a smoother journey to compliance. God, that word. Fuck, they are using all the words. Compliance, regulation, proportionate, particularly for smaller firms. This has been underpinned by interviews, workshops, and research with a diverse range of online services to ensure the tools meet the needs of different types of services. Ofcom's letters notes its guide for services, guidance, and tool hub, and its participation in events run by other organizations and networks, including those for people running small services, as well as its commitment to review and improve, by the way, materials and tools to help support services to create a safer online space. It's all for safety. We're trying to protect you guys. Okay, just take the shot, bro. We're trying to protect you. Ignore the fact that I have $28 million in holding in Moderna and Pfizer. Ignore that. Take the shot so we can order more as a nation from Moderna and Pfizer. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime, baby. You'll get a free large fry in New York City. Take the shot. It's for safety. Do what you need to do to protect yourself and others. It's for safety. It's for safety. Oh, you're choking on your vomit? Well, it's for your own good, bro. It's like, why are you tying me up and put me in front of a firing squad? Well, it's for your own safety, actually. You're actually a danger to yourself. It's like, all I've said was I don't think my daughter should be assaulted anymore. You're actually just dangerous. It's your own safety. We got to protect you from yourself. Right? Under the guise of safety. Hello, I'm the government and I'm here to help you and save you and protect you. Words you never want to hear. That is what Ronald Reagan said, I think. Right? I'm not a history buff. I'm a normal buff. Black Sheep says, do you think the U.S. government should step in and regulate the payment processors? I feel like Visa and MasterCard need to be seen as a cartel. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We will not allow payment processing on your websites. Oh. Bad impressions, don't post that, please. I don't want to die. I don't want to die, man. What the hell, Handy the Sock, are you talking about right now? What the hell? Thank you, Black Sheep, by the way. Is fight milk coming? A couple Red Boys and the fight milk will be flowing from my babies. My babies. It's real. It's true. It's coming right for you. The government will continue to work with Ofcom towards the full implementation of the Online Safety Act, including monitoring proportional implementation from the Department of Science, Innovation, and Technology. And you think to yourself, well, science is a good word, right? Science means progress. Science is fine. We love science here. Well, the last 6 years, science doesn't mean science anymore, right? Suddenly, people like Kareem, what's his name? Bryce Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Right? Out of nowhere, just start saying, oh, spectrum. Oh, what? Oh, yes, the science is ever changing. It depends on which government party or PAC just sends me a few $1,000s. Okay? Now, to be fair, government sends me $100 million. I will say whatever you want. Right? Praise Jesus. But also praise regulation. Right? I'll say it right now in front of God and everybody. What's up? We trying to survive out here in this dangerous world. Jessica says, I want shots. What? You mean like vaccine shots? Or you mean like shots of the delicious golden whiskey? Makes you feel warm. You're sitting outside. You got your fat coat on, right? You're sitting in your lawn chair. It's snowing a little. It's about 38 degrees. You got the fire going. Oh, fuck, that's good, dude. It's good. It's very good. Jace, I feel it go down my entire soul. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Anyways. Slayer says you have issues. Bro, why do you think this is my job? I can't believe the guy on YouTube is the guy with issues. Why is he not an engineer? YouTube, bro. YouTube. Michael's like, link. Michael, this is not fucking Twitter. This is a live stream. Okay? Don't actually fucking source in the chat. I'm a live streamer. You're mistaking this for fucking Reddit. This is a live stream. It's YouTube. What's the fucking link? YouTube.com/live. Watch. Where's your link, sir? Well, it just so happens I ain't got one because I'm live streaming, Michael. The hell's wrong with you, bruh? God. Fuck, Michael. What's wrong with you? I'm sick of you. Especially you. It just so happens your name's Michael. How you doing? How you doing? All right. What the hell does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? All right. All right, we're done roasting Michael. So, Billy says, Visa and MasterCard have been banning innocent horror games and banning adult content, and soon they'll go after shooters. Well, luckily I don't play shooters. It's all good. I don't play Call of Duty. Do I look gay to you? Yes. That means I don't play shooters. I play My Little Pony. I love that shit. No, not really. This is a joke, kind of. You know? I do like some games, you know? I like some of them. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate it. Have you ever noticed, completely off topic, you ever notice the most pro-sex worker people in the world, like OnlyFans girls or porn actresses, are the most anti-porn consumer people in the world? Isn't that weird? You ever notice that? This is completely off topic. They're like, oh yeah, sex work is the greatest. Also, people that consume porn are gross and cringe and need to die. I'm like, hold on. You're treating your customers exactly like GameStop. They do the same shit. Minus Zia. No, include Zia. We don't have no love for Zia here. She's a harlot, I tell you. A harlot. All right. So let's see what the fallout is of the petition. And let's jump on that train. And then we're going to cover some Pedro Pascal. Hell yeah. Just like some boys. Hey, Erica, how are you doing, my friend? You look like a brony. Come on, dude. I don't look like a brony. Come on, man. I'm a Chad. Please affirm me. It's 2025. If you don't affirm me, you're going to prison. Call me a Chad right now. I'm waiting. Where's my Chads in the chat? What's up? Let's go. Chad me. You are so attractive, Camelot. I love you. Shower me with roses. Oh, the rose shot. I want that face, the rose shot. Yeah. Oh. Chabs rise up. Hey, Black Sheep becomes a member. Shout out. Chabs rise up. Let's go. Oh no. Brony Chad. No such existence. Why are you so mean to Zia? Because Zia's a filthy harlot. Zia's a harlot, and we don't like Zia. Okay. Why? Because she's not here where it draws off right now. What's up? Oh, that's a joke. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, can you believe he said that? Oh my God. How dare he? Woo. This is joke. It is not real. Do not worry. God. You guys take everything so serious. It's so super serial in here. All right, so let's see what's being said about the online petition getting viciously thrown out. Viciously thrown out. It says the UK has fallen. Dude, the UK had fallen 25 years ago. The UK fell as soon as they fired Jeremy Clarkson from Top Shaft, Top Car, Top Gun, Top Car. What the hell's the name of that show? Top Speed. Top Ramen. What is wrong with Top Gear? Oh. Can we get some support for the silliness tonight? Wow, a government ignoring the will of the people. Shocking. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. I will say John Hurt was the star of 1984. It all makes sense. Perhaps they should try repealing the UK government next. Look, boys, when the tyranny gets too tyrannical, sometimes you gotta pitch and fork it, right? When the Frankenstein's monster came out of the damn cabin and you saw his ass and you're like, whoa, right? He's ugly as sin. I don't care what he's done wrong. Maybe he's morally good, but he's terrible to look at. Pitch and fork time. And I support this. You know what I'm saying? Remove the uglies and the fats. Totally fine with that. And I'm thinking of the UK government right now. Like, you know what? You get too tyrannical. Pitch and fork time. Right? You see the tea that we're going to throw in the harbor? How about we just throw everybody in the harbor? And it just so happens that we filled it with alligators that we released from prison. You know what I'm saying? The jokes are coming full circle. I hope you guys are watching. Okay? Grifty, shut your Australian ass up. Wait, that's not you. Hold on. That's Aussie Overload. I'm sorry. I get you guys confused. I don't know why. Do you wear cargo shorts? All right. All right. Benefit from its protections. Who's going to benefit from the protections? Nobody. Nobody. Then there is only one solution. The American way, as the founders intended. We need to go over there with our muskets. You know, with our 6'4" red-haired dudes, like Shane Gillis says. Choke some boys out. Hey, what's up? You got any of them biscuits? Choked out immediately. You hand me a cookie, choking you out. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Crumpet, choked out immediately. Right? That's how I see things. Tug Simp, choked out. Tug Simp's there right now, choke her out. Part of the problem. Part of the problem. You're part of the problem, Tug Simp. This was very, very obviously democratic. As if they gave a fuck. As if they gave a fuck. They don't give a fuck. No such thing as democratic. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The last time there was actually a democratic anything was when you and your boys voted on where to get hot wings last night. That's the last time the democratic process worked efficiently. And you still got fucked because you went through the damn tilted kilt and they only hired the fats. And you're like, what the fuck, man? We should have went to Twin Peaks. I told you guys Twin Peaks was the way to go because it's lingerie night. And they're all peaked as hell. God, I'm still mad at y'all about that shit. Can't even eat my goddamn hot wings in peace. Probably the only way to repeal this now would be a violent overthrow of the current government. Throw them in the harbor. Once these type of people get something like this past the people after decades of hard work, they won't let it go without bloodshed. My man is speaking straight violence. Let's hope he's in the U.S. That's what I'm saying, Sean. What the fuck? What's up? The scone. It's kind of like a stale muffin. Oh. That sounds about right, though. I would imagine everything in London tastes stale. Right? Hell yeah, dude. Twin Peaks is based. Bro, let's go, dude. I love it. I like it. I want some more of it. The UK literally throws people in jail for being mean online. This is not surprising. The government hates their own people. Well, it's because they see their people as a piggy bank, right? So it's money and power, right? And that's all that matters. And they're just not trying to hide it, right? At least in American politics, we try to hide it, right? At least there's that. At least we try to hide it, right? Not really. We don't do it very well. The left definitely doesn't give a fuck anymore. They don't hide anything, right? They're like, who's going to pick the crops? Where's Jose? And I'm like, Jose is an engineer, ma'am. Okay, I don't know why you said that about Jose. He's literally an engineer. And he's a citizen. And she's like, well, I need somebody to pick my crops, right? And of course, in New York City, they don't care. There's no lawns. All right, okay. Here we go. It says, I wonder which timeline we'll get. A, Keir Starmer, which is the prime minister, right, gets the Gaddafi or Hussein treatment, which is quite brutal if you don't know the lore. Or everyone just accepts England is a caliphate now, which I don't know what that word means because I am a illiterate man. But I assume it means cucked. That's what I'm going to assume. Yes, B is what's going to happen. I'm sorry. You let them take away your butter knife, you're not fighting back. Okay? Everybody supports it over there. Even Tug Simp. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of you. Not Pedro. What's that one T? Sounds like the dude. I'll go back. No, you stay and be free. Be free. I don't know what that means. Oh, is that what that means? Damn, I was way off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being illiterate, boys. I love this petition. Good thing, please. We think the UK needs this government. No. Well, shit. It's over. It's over, everybody. We've lost. We've lost. Helena Blazes says, I lost the plot. What are you reading? So, there was a petition. Okay, we're down. Where we're going backwards now. So there was a petition that was brought forth to the UK government. The UK government will respond if it gets 100,000 signatures. It got almost 400,000. Now there was an Online Safety Act passed recently. This Online Safety Act is about to go into implementation, and it's obviously predatory. They're using words like harmful content. What does that mean? That means if somebody says a slur or something online or they're mean to anybody, they're fucked, right? It's basically, if we're going to use layman terms, it's the elimination of any type of free speech online, which is kind of the last bastion for it for most countries, right? If it even is nowadays. But I digress. So the petition gets a lot of signatures. So the UK government responds and they say, go fuck yourself. That's the end of the story. But we read the entire UK response. Now, the UK's response in the first two sentences said, we have no intentions on repealing the act. And by the way, we're going to implement it even faster than you previously thought, which is a slap in the penis. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Helena. That's exactly what I was thinking about, Karis. Literally exactly what I was thinking about. All right. Why do users in the UK need protection? Oh. Spicy. This is like me trying to appeal a bad suspension. It's the UK government's automated bots. Can you imagine how they're going to actually put this into effect and regulate it? How? By the way, like the stream, that's how. They got their web monitoring and censorship bill. There's no way they're going to give that back. No. So here's the issue. If anyone puts children in front of an issue, they're manipulating you. Bar none. If you have a kid out there that's 6 years old holding a sign protesting for something they can't even fathom, they're trying to manipulate you. You know? That's how it's always has worked. Think about the children. They want to hit you in the heartstrings. Well, we ain't got no heartstrings anymore. We are all divorced and sad. Right? My heartstrings were removed a long time ago, right? A long time ago, along with my lower ribs and my gag reflex. Gone to the winds of time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nahihi, I agree. There needs I want a little bit of that Biden in South Park, man. Like that'd be fun. I mean, it's kind of an easy target, but it'd be fun. Just make him old and stuff. But I do digress. The UK is a fallen communist state. As we're all aware. Is anyone surprised? No. Oh, wow. Surprised at that. I'm actually surprised now. I'm suddenly surprised. Suddenly surprised, everyone. All right. So online, everybody's tripping balls. And our boy, boop-a-doop-a-doop. The internet's in danger. Our boy Asmongold covered it a little bit. So we're going to put this on like 5 times the speed and skim through it before we move on to Mr. Pedro. Pedro. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in the rain. Tears in the rain. 3 of my favorites are all live. My brain's spinning trying to keep up with everything. Who's 3 of your favorites? Are all 3 of them named Camelot? If not, banned immediately. Thank God we can. Oh, listen, you know what, Helena? Eat my ass. I played you beautiful piano music, and you don't even care about me. You don't even care about me. You're just like, oh, stupid redneck man. Oh, wow. Okay, it's fine, Gothy Senpai. It's totally fine. Thank you, Gothy, for your $1. I appreciate that. I will go get half a symphony bar right now. I'm grateful for half a symphony bar. Yeah, I'm not joking, by the way. No. Oh, Sarah brought me a symphony bar. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So here we go. Let's skim through this, and then we're going to move on to something more important. Next is something you're really going to like. What am I referencing, everybody in chat? First person wins something. No idea what it'll be. Maybe my eternal love. Plot list. Twist. That's gone. Helena. Make way. Eat my ass. Love you. Appreciate you. Hey, Indy Grant. What's up, baby? My man. It's Vector. It's vermin infested, right? Right. My boy coming in. Rocky and Bullwinkle. One person got it. Not banned. Your gift is not being banned. Guess what? Everybody else is banned. One viewer, vermin infested. Thank you, Alina. 103 members tonight. That's a record, I think. Actually, 121 is the record. Still impressive. Sorry. All right. So let's jump into this sauce a little bit. So Helena gets a better representation of the actual issue at hand, because I am apparently too dumb to explain to you.
The backlash the UK is getting for basically the same thing, and decides now is the ample time to try this bill again. Charlie made a video on it, did he? Let me see if I can watch it.
If I asked you to give me your ID to watch this video, provide some form of identification, what would you tell me?
No.
I hope your answer would be a resounding no, telling me to go eat dirt. Because that's not just like some kind of innocent, annoying question. That's legitimately just an assault on your freedom. It's an extremely scary and concerning direction the online space is heading. No longer is this just the wacky wild west of the World Wide Web, where Timmy Turner once surfed on an email and Fairly Odd Parents.
Bro, I went to Eggs Hamster the other day. I lit some candles. I got my phone ready. Sat in the bathtub, half cocked. Went to Eggs Hamster. Asked for my ID. I felt assaulted. I was ready to put my little musket ball in there. Same motion. Yeah. Where are the redcoats? You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. That's how I felt, dude. Where are the redcoats? They're going down.
Now,
it's a different time.
It is actively being censored.
Different.
We're seeing that happen a lot. Censorship is spiraling, especially in video games, with Collective Shout getting Steam and itch.
It's going to get a lot worse. It is. It's going to get a lot worse, especially whenever people like this realize they can make a change.
Two separate platforms.
Yeah, every single country in order is going to be like, we're going to do the same thing because we're going to protect your children. We're protecting your children from the horrors of the internet. You know? That's how this works.
platforms to remove hundreds and hundreds of games that they deemed highly harmful and, deplorable. So they had the Visa and MasterCard come forward, threaten to pull out of them and bully them into submission. They got them in the fucking headlock. So then they just went belly up and played ball, removing all of these titles, which, by the way, was not just freaky gooner games. In itch.io's case, people have learned over the last few days, tons and tons of games have been de-indexed that didn't have.
Well, it creates a chilling effect. And this is the problem, is that as soon as companies realize and these platforms realize that they could lose their payment processing opportunities, they will be overzealous in removing games ahead of time so they don't accidentally get in trouble.
And think about this for a moment. Would you do the same? Right? So if your employer was like, do this or you're not getting your paycheck, and it just so happens that your mortgage is due, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Right? You're going to do what the UK likes to say, comply. Comply. Right? No more mortgage for you.
And that's really what the problem is.
Any porn in them at all. So it wasn't just like rape and incest weirdo games. It was any game or mini games included that are just darker themes that have more like
and then also, like, here's the other component to it that I don't think anybody's talking about, is that maybe Collective Shout isn't going after all NSFW games, and they don't want all porn games banned. They only want the ones banned that are negative or detrimental to women from their point of view. But
see, and who decides what is negative or detrimental to whatever group that they see as marginalized? See, that's the issue. Look, are there marginalized groups? Sure. Are there things we could do to maybe provide a better landscape for a lot of people? Yes, there's probably things we can do, right? Making Ray be the chosen one is not one of those things. I'm just putting that out there. Completely unrelated, right? There's things we can do to help. There's things we can do as an individual to be better. Sure. But who decides? Is it going to be Frost? Was that her name from G4? Remember that lady Frost from G4? What if she was the one that decided? We're all fucked, right? We're all fucked. That's the point. All right. Ashley. Hey, baby. What's up, babe? How you doing? Thank you. Thank you for your goal, boy. I appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ashley. We love you. Michael O.P. TV. I thought I banned you. What's your what free speech? Colbert was canceled. Yeah, the fact that Colbert lasted as long as he did is actually kind of staggering, right? And it actually brings up probably a good point up, like, how many of these shows are losing that much money, right? In a free market, how do they even exist? So the Colbert Report, no, that was the good one. I actually enjoyed that show. The Colbert Show, Late Night with Colbert or whatever, super cringy. The vaccine dance, bro, what were you thinking? Anyways, I didn't watch it because it was too cringy for me. Ain't nothing I hate more than a pretentious dude with glasses, but it's fun. Anyways, so his show was revealed to be losing $40 million a year. Yeah, how are you still on the air? That's the weird part. Look, I don't really care one way or the other about Colbert being canceled or not, but I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did he stay on with be losing $40 million a year? I thought the entire point was to make money. Like, aren't you making money on advertisers? Like, how the fuck? Right? Very interesting. I'm like, how does that work? Are all these late night hosts losing money? Right? Like, what the fuck? It's weird to me. It's very weird. I wear glasses. No, I said pretentious dude with glasses. Pretentious. Defining characteristic. Pretentious. Right? That makes it worse. Way worse. M.A. What's up, baby? How you doing? All right.
What happens whenever another advocacy group that's like Collective Shout wants all of them banned? And then they email MasterCard, and then the same thing happens then. You see what I'm saying?
Setting a precedent.
So, like, even if you solve this problem and you address this one specifically, if it happens once, it'll happen again. They defended cuties. Yeah, of course. I saw that. It's the same argument against more internet regulation. Well, I don't know necessarily if it is. I think it depends on what it is. But
I don't even want to talk about cuties. Every time I get on the subject of cuties, it makes me mad because they're like, oh, I don't know if you guys know, it's unrelated kind of, but Cuties was a movie that came out on Netflix. And it unironically was about it. They said retroactively after all the hate that it was about the dangers of sexualizing children. Yes, that could be a legitimate thing. But you know how they did it? They expressed the dangers of sexualizing children by sexualizing children. It wasn't 20-year-old girls like pretending, like acting as if they're 12-year-olds in movies. No, it was actually like 9 and 10-year-old girls in the movies, like actresses, like in booty shorts and thongs and shit dancing and like twerking. And the camera would zoom in like on their ass cheeks. I didn't watch it because I can't. I'd throw shit. That's gross to me. But I went and watched. It's probably Moist Critical. I think he made a video about it, and it showed like a few of the clips. And I'm just like, "Fuck, this is awful." What were they thinking? And they're like, "We're actually trying to tell you that it was actually bad." And I'm like, "Oh, so to show it's bad, you did the worst example possible ever that I've ever seen on an actual publication." Oh wow, can't believe it. Shocking, right?
But I think that government behavior and private company behavior shouldn't be graded on the same scale. You can't really make a one-to-one comparison in a lot of cases.
Themes in them with no like sexual content. It's absurd, and it's something everyone could have seen coming. Anyone with a functioning frontal lobe could tell you that censorship is not something to be celebrated.
Yep. No.
When you try and target low-hanging fruit, something easy like
and I think also like censorship in some cases are things like we all agree with, right? Like you know, like CSAM, like any like child sexual abuse stuff, like yeah, get rid of that, censor that, get rid of you know, doxing, stuff like that, censor that for sure. But the problem is that this is the real issue. It's that these people want to make their opinions the law. And they don't want to change the law. They want to have their opinions, enforce them as if they are the law, but not actually pass a law.
Yeah, and that's the dangerous thing that people for some reason can't fathom, right? They're not able to look forward in the future at all. At all. They can't think 3 years ahead or 4 years ahead or 8 years ahead or 9 years ahead, right? So, and this is happening. Look, this can happen whether you support either side. If you support censorship and you're on either side of the aisle. If you're on the left or the right or what have you, you shouldn't support censorship. Now, obviously, you know, and it could be from a biased perspective or it could be from what everybody's noticing, but the left overtly, at least in the last couple of years, has been totally for censorship. They want everything removed that remotely is negative towards whatever they consider a marginalized group, which can be literally anything they determine in the next like day, right? Like fat phobic came out of nowhere. Whoop! Immediately. Protected group, fat. Can't say anything negative about fat people, right? It just depends on the flavor of the month, right? So it's overtly come from the left, and they want this passed in the law. They want things like this, like, I mean, because this is what's this coming from the UK, which is overtly liberal right now, right? Anything that could be seen as harmful is censored. Now, what people fail to realize is in a couple years, what happens when the party that you don't support comes into power and uses the exact same precedent that you supported put forth? Suddenly, your opinions are no longer legal, right? And that's why no one should support censorship, whether they're right, center, left, doesn't matter, right? And everybody does to some degree, right? But I think we've really seen it like horrifically from the left as far as censorship goes. Right. Now, to be fair, that would be natural considering it was kind of like the popular funded kind of thing for the last couple of years. And that's kind of shifted lately, I feel like, you know. But yeah, that's what would happen. It's just going to come back to bite you right in the cheekies, right? Right in the cheekies.
That's the issue. And that's what they're doing.
gross, disgusting porn games that are all about like incest and shit, you'll get a lot of clapping seals like, yippee, you saved us. But what they don't realize is it doesn't stop there. That is just the beginning. That just opens the door. So that way they can censor even more. It is absurd and out of control, but I'm going off on a tangent. The point is, the internet is under attack in a large way across the board, not just in gaming. I'm sure all of you have seen what's happening in the UK right now with their Online Safety Act, where now to access a myriad of content, you need to provide your identification.
Interesting comment. On Uncle Baby Carbona. I love your fucking profile picture. I fucking love Uncle Billy, Baby Billy. Says, why do you have moderators then? Be acting and intentionally or asking an intentionally obtuse question it doesn't work in this stream, unfortunately. Oh, you're in favor of free speech. Then why don't you just kill yourself on camera? It's like, oh wow, you got me there. Wow, it's crazy. What a contradiction. Like, wow.
That's not acceptable. Just like we were all taught growing up, never take candy from a stranger, don't talk to strangers, say no to that kind of shit. You should also be taught to say no to this too. You should not be providing your ID willy-nilly online. That is not something.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. And also, like, the way that they need to do it, if they want to do this, this has to be like a government check system that is done by a encrypted government third party. So you don't have something like the TAP leak happen. That's the big issue.
Yeah, my favorite thing is when places, governments, or organizations try to do this and then they get hacked. It's my favorite thing. My favorite thing. Uncle Baby Carbona says, I did. You're just pathetic. Well, I can agree with that shit. Hell yeah. Praise Dell, raise hell, boys. Shame. Hell yeah. Oof. All right.
That, like, and also other countries have done this. Like, for example, China does this. I don't think that's a great example of like how we should do things, but they're able to do it. And also, South Korea does it. South Korea does the same thing. So it's not like this is some impossible thing that they can't figure out. It's that I don't want an individual company doing this. If you want to make an ID system, it has to be a universal government ID system that has accountability to the public. You can't just have all these random companies asking you for your driver's license constantly.
Something that should just be loosey-goosey, no care in the world. Oh, here's all my personal identification. Here, yeah, take it. That way I can access fucking Wikipedia. By the way, Wikipedia is actually affected by this. Now, in some cases, it's not providing an ID. It's instead providing your face. It will scan your face. So you're giving them your biometric data in that case. Again.
Yeah, I remember when Tinder did that, and your boy had to do it because I wasn't going to give up that shit. No, it was a few years ago. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong about that, actually. I feel like I'm right. I feel like Tinder asked for my face scan one time, like in 2019, and my happy ass did it. I was like, let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. We got to have the super locks. I got to get on it, diggity doggone it. Let's go. I need my love. All right. Let's continue. Why is everybody talking about incest and how much they love it in the chat right now? Maybe Carbona was right about y'all and me. How dare he? Incest is actually prevalent in every society for many centuries. Jazz. Look, stepsister, that's one thing, but you're going too far, Ozil. Okay. Stepsister, totally cool. Stepmom, sit on my face. Right? Biological sister? No. Half sister? I don't know. Haven't thought about it. What do you think, Carbona? Half sister? We good to go. We got the green light. You are now the authority. I need you to let me know. Half sister, are we a go? UK allows cousin marriage. Oh yeah. Only for the muse. Wait, hold on. We allow cousin marriage in Alabama. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Okay, don't take that away from us. That is like a cultural thing. Okay? It's a cultural thing.
Big time no.
Again, I have no problem doing this when I'm signing up for a driver's license or I'm signing up for something like that. But I do have a big problem doing this when I'm signing up for a social media website and I'm giving it to the social media website directly. Hell no. Well, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, because they're going to sell it to like other nations, and they're going to use that to target ads on your ass, or worse. Or worse. What if you're Dexter Morgan and you're trying to crank one out on X Hamster and it's like, send me your driver's license? Bro, send me your hair for DNA. No, I am the Bay Harbor Butcher and I'm not trying to get caught, bro. No, thank you.
Like, I mean, we can't be giving this shit away to private companies like this all the time. Yeah, legal documents, yes, but not social media. Exactly. Like registering vote. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you have to give your data away for, and that's fine. But the difference.
You ain't got to give nothing register vote. Come on now, boys. Don't act silly, boys. Totally unrelated, but how are the taxes in Alabama? High. My property taxes are unfathomable. They're really high. My property taxes in 2019, $800, roughly. Property taxes last year, $8,000. It's pretty rough. I'm sad. Very sad about it. Thank you, John. Appreciate you. Remember, for 12 months, my boy, hope you're okay. I'm good. I'm better than good. Oh, yeah.
Difference is that these are governments. And this is kind of what I was saying before. Do you see kind of like this apparatus that's being created where these online companies are creating basically a government? They're creating a government on the internet. They're creating a government on the internet with no accountability, no democracy, no representation, and no way of stopping it. That's the issue.
Yep.
Tracking data versus selling data is different. Yeah. Like this information should never go to a third party.
Governments crave regulation where they don't have it, right? There's a reason why they've been trying to regulate crypto for so long. Like if there's an aspect of anything that occurs in our everyday life that the government doesn't have regulation on, they like seethe about it. They seethe about it, right? Seethe. It's like when Nick hears fucking Aaron's name, he seethes for good reason. Oh yeah, they gonna do it, boys. They're gonna get you. They gonna get you.
A for-profit company.
Be the one to come in here and teach you why privacy is important, but I hope somebody has. This is not
if you play PlayStation, you know that.
Good thing. So in some of these processes, it's not always required to give your full ID and your like fucking, credit card statements or anything. Instead, some may ask to like scan your face and everything.
Yeah.
Also still frowned upon. You still shouldn't do that either. This bill was paraded around like it was some righteous, legislation that was aimed at protecting kids from accessing harmful content online, specifically porn. I'm sure a lot of you, if you've got your thinking caps on, if you're activating...
Surely now all the kids are going to stop looking at porn. We're just going to do this new law.
Bro, I had the VHS stash. You ain't stopping my ass. Hell no. Hell no. Look, I'm all for children being protected from shit. Okay. But I also was a kid once. We all were. I remember being 11 or 10 and finding the VHSs. Galaxy of Terror. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're all going through it. You ain't going to stop them. You ain't going to stop them. Right? That's why you encourage parents to talk to your children. Talk to your children about the safeties of the world. It should be their responsibility, not the government's. The government shouldn't raise your children. You should. Right? If you're a bad parent, don't have children. West and Bama. 8K. Mine isn't anywhere near that in Central Alabama. I almost have 30 acres in my home. I live in Huntsville, Alabama. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does.
And then all the kids won't see any more porn. It's going to go away. Problem solved.
Yes. Can probably recognize a pattern since basically the beginning of time, the beginning of the internet here, where porn is always used as this ultimate boogeyman. It's the galactic.
Yeah, it's the really bad one. And in my opinion, I don't even think porn is the bad one. It's grooming that's the bad one. This person brings up a great point. LinkedIn.
You know what? What's really frustrating to me when I see it is the same thread on the internet. Look, I know people tend to think like because whatever that I might be a conservative, whatever. Yeah, I get you. I am super anti ban porn stuff. I am super anti shaming people that casually view some porn every now and then. Right? Me and Melanie Mack disagreed heavily on this shit. I just think it's whatever. I'm very laid back, very casual. I don't even consume it. It's very rare, bro, that I sit down and light some candles. Although it does happen, but it's kind of rare, right? Now, I understand people being addicted to whatever, but that's a completely different conversation. It's not the porn, it's the substance itself that you're addicted to, right? It could be anything that you find yourself addicted to. World of Warcraft's one of them. We gonna ban it? I doubt it. I doubt it. Unless Mr. Pandera is your favorite, then you should be banned from the world. But I digress. It's the thing that you're addicted to itself. And a lot of people say we should ban porn. I'm totally in disagreement here. It's like, and then you see posts on X where it's like, I was addicted to porn since I was 15 years old. And I finally am 20 days free from it. And here's a thread on how I conquered it. Me. And I'm like, or you could just not be pathetic for 2 fucking seconds. I'm gonna be honest. If like you're sitting there watching it like five times a day, you're pathetic. Sorry. If that's what you're addicted to, pathetic. Bro, get addicted to the gym. Holy shit. What? Pornhub? That's what you got? Gross. That's weird. But should we ban it? No. What? No. That's redonkulous. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to relieve without porn these days. What does that mean? Relieve.
Uses a government vendor clear. I'm assuming this is the same clear that you use in the airport too. In order to verify someone's identity. LinkedIn does not get the info specifically. Yes, exactly. This is reasonable. This is reasonable, and this is something that can work. But the problem is that the companies doing it themselves, that does not work. Absolutely not. Until they get hacked, anything will get hacked. The ISPs get hacked. Your computer can get hacked. Just because something can get hacked doesn't mean that you should just do everything with no level of like security. That's silly.
This level threat that they always have to pass legislation to combat. And to people that don't want to do any thinking and would rather have all their thoughts put into their head by the government on what they should and should not support, it sounds like a nice notion. You don't want kids having access to harmful content like porn online. That makes sense. But the second you make like George and get a bit curious and, God forbid, get into your ponder stance and start thinking and look into these type of pushes, you will recognize the goal is not to protect kids. It's not to protect anyone.
Yeah, it's a Trojan horse. It's a moral Trojan horse where they can use to push in censorship of political ideology, dissenting viewpoints, or anything that would challenge them in a way that they think is inconvenient.
100%. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys remember. Okay. I don't know if you remember, right? But when the COVID deal, a lot of people memory hole COVID and how strange that was, right? Very, very easy. So when COVID happened, I was on the internet. I was a content creator. I was still doing this shit. And you couldn't even say the word COVID without getting videos taken down or possibly your channel struck and deleted. You couldn't even say the word COVID. And every time, if you did say the word, there would be a disclaimer on your video automatically with a link to the CDC about the government-approved opinions around COVID and why you should get vaccinated right now or die, right? Remember the age-old adage, right? The winter of death. Everyone that doesn't get the vaccine will die. 100% you're dead. Die right now. You're going to die. Everybody's going to die. They even had fancy trackers on all the news programs of the millions that are dying, and the numbers just go shooting through the roof. Shooting through the roof. Right? Dude got in a motorcycle accident. Oh, by the way, he had COVID. It's crazy. Crazy how that worked, right? So yeah, you couldn't say that shit back then. There was people trying to challenge the idea, talking about ivermectin and stuff like that, right? You know, whether you're in agreement or not, whatever. We kind of all understand now. It's kind of a cold, you know. That's kind of like what it was. If you were not elderly and morbidly obese, you were pretty safe. You know, the percentage was pretty insane. So that being said, we know now, but back then we didn't really know, and you were pretty much threatened to be censored. There was scientists that were trying to fight back against the, I guess, the approved opinions about it, and they were getting removed from organizations. They were getting removed as professors. They were getting completely deplatformed on every single social media app in existence. And there wasn't even a law in place to do that. What if there was? Any kind of dissenting view or anything that could be seen as inconvenient to whatever they're trying to push, let's ignore for, and we're not even going to talk about how everybody in power had a lot of stock and investments in the companies making these vaccines. We're going to completely ignore that for 2 seconds, right? What happens now? People ignore those things. People act like none of that happened, or they just forgot. No. What if there was a law on the books that could make this happen? You know, terrifying shit. Terrifying shit. Bro threatened to let me go at my job if I didn't show proof of the shot. Wild shit. I mean, there was every single person I knew that, because they're all engineers and usually work for the government, they all were required to get vaccinated or get fired immediately. Pretty fucking crazy shit. Very, very insane stuff.
Anything. These are called Trojan horses, where...
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, look at it go. He's so smart. 1-2 cents says people were freaking out at the time. Safety should have been more important. Well, we learned very fast who determines what is safety. Everything was done under the guise of safety, and all of it was complete bullshit. Complete bullshit, right? And that was the issue. And if anybody said anything negative or like going the other direction, they were deplatformed. And that's insane. Completely insane. And why were they deplatformed? Because there was a lot of politicians in power that stood to make millions of dollars from it. And if anybody claims anything different, they're lying. Well, it's all public data. You can literally Google their investments. Right? So it's pretty obvious what happened. There's still people out there that say the same shit. They still like hold the opinions that no one even people on the left don't believe anymore. And it was very weird that like everybody on the left was totally against the vaccine until because it was Trump's vaccine, right? Until he was out of office, and then everybody was like totally for it somehow. It's very weird how shit shifts so fast.
They push these through under a false pretense like this, with so many huge detrimental consequences attached to it that impede on your freedom. They use this idea of protecting kids from harmful content as a way of getting this bill across the line that has really bad stuff in it. There is nothing good about handing over your freedoms. No. And it's even more sad how few people even recognize it happening in front of their face. And even beyond that, even more pathetic, is the people that are happy about it, that don't mind giving away all of their personal information. Because
they will sell your personal information too. Yeah. This is another component that people might not realize, is that how many of you guys have ever signed up for something or given someone your phone number, and then you start getting phone calls from random places that you have no idea, like, who is this person? Like,
just made a video about this. GameStop had a class action lawsuit where they paid everybody $5. Lucky you, right? You got a $5 payment, right? Because GameStop sold everybody's data. Just like probably every corporate company does, to be completely fair. And they didn't have to pay almost anything. It was $4.5 million, which is like a fly on my ass, right? Pretty hilarious shit. So that's what it was, man. Yeah, chai tea, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild shit. You mean by tree fitty. By tree fitty. Yeah. Blumpkin. Oh my God. I'm glad people know what blumpkins are. First, it was stop you from getting the virus. Then it was slow to spread. Then it was protect others. Then it was just weaken the virus. And then it was like, oh, can we just have amnesty? Remember that? That was my favorite part about that whole debacle. It was like, it's a vaccine. It prevents you from ever getting COVID. Oh, by the way, we never actually claimed that, even though there's like a 5-minute compilation of everybody claiming that. And then it was like, it actually just makes your symptoms a little bit better. It slows the spread. Actually, it doesn't. Actually, it'll make your symptoms better. Oh, it doesn't actually do that either. Interesting. And then about a year later, they were like, can we have amnesty and just all get along? I know I wanted you to go to a camp and be taken away from your family and put in a camp, but can we just like be friends now? No, thank you. Mm-mm.
Like, what is this? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why, like, the government will too. Well, the government hasn't done that yet. Or at least they don't do it very often. And yeah, every damn time. Exactly. And so like, that's it. You have to change your number. Yeah, you have to change your phone number. It's very, very fucking annoying. When there is no product, you are the product. Well, people, they look for data and they look for emails and phone numbers and stuff like that. And the reason why is because they sell that data and they use it as a resource. So when you sign up for like a free trial, it wasn't free. It cost you your phone number.
Was not about protecting children from accessing porn.
Yeah.
It did not just require ID to be provided for porn sites. It was required for anything that they deemed maybe potentially opening up children to harmful content. That includes Discord features. It includes some forums. It includes Twitter. It includes Reddit. Anything.
It includes Roblox.
Thing that could even be modified.
All right, Helena, elaborate. Let's go. I feel like Helena still holds the exact same like views from 2019 or 2020, and they have not changed at all. Right, Helena? Elaborate on what you mean by truly how selfish people are. Like, should I die to prove that I'm not selfish? Because you know me, I will go the opposite direction. I will live to prove how selfish I am. I will live to prove how horrible I am. People are so elaborate. Helena, you can't just say shit. All right. You know I'm gonna talk about it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How can you be so selfish? Because I'm biologically not geared to be so. And if I pretend to be so, then I'm lying for clout. See, selfish. You know what, Helena? You're fucking trolling, and I ain't doing this shit tonight. Would you? All right. Okay.
Accurately argued opens them up to like adult content or harmful subjects is hit by this, requiring them to have age verification in place. Where you
I saw like the screenshots from the EU, and it's like you go through your profile, and it's like this picture is hidden, this post is hidden, you can't see this item, this one might not comply with regulations. Like the entire fucking thing is it's like when the CIA releases documents about UFOs, and it says like the date, and then like the year is blacked out, and then the entire screen and the entire page is blacked out, and it says at the very end, it says did this, and that's it. It's all redacted. Yeah.
To provide an ID to prove you are 18 years or older in order to grant access to that. You know the whole meme of like, oi, you got a license to be breathing that air? Yeah. Where it's all about like how over the top the UK is with this kind of bullshit. Well, now it has become beyond parody, where you actually need a fucking license to send Discord shit. You need a license for Wikipedia articles, basically. Wikipedia is being hit by this, by the way.
This is inevitable.
Just like Thanos.
I'm going to say this. People might not want to hear it, but I think that it's true. The internet being an unregulated Wild West never could have lasted forever. And it hasn't lasted. There is only the illusion of it lasting. The idea of having anonymity on the internet is 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, probably 999 times out of 1,000, a mirage.
Yep.
If the FBI wants to find out what you were doing on the internet, they're going to be able to do it.
You have a VPN? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do you think the guys that got people swatted that eventually got arrested for it didn't have a VPN? They did.
That's not the problem. The problem is private companies that are able to do this and that are able to exercise their own rules that are separate from actual laws. And also them using this as a way to effectively censor political discussion and political content. And you already have this happen in places like Iran. When the war in Iran was happening, Iran just turned off the internet. It all ended with the Patriot Act. Well, like, for example, like if you want to set up a bank account, it's pretty hard to do that without, a government ID. If you want to get a driver's license, you have to verify that you are indeed a person and you're of a certain age. It's hard to get a driver's license unless you make a fake one. Like there are a million things in the world that you need to verify and check, right? And of course, that's the case. The internet is not the internet that we grew up in. The internet is not an alternate reality. The internet is reality. People spend more time now on the internet than they spend in real life. So this entire idea that what you're doing on the internet and what you're doing in real life are these two totally separate worlds, that's not true anymore.
And people need to realize this. So if you're ever online, and again, I'm gonna bring up like a political bias thing, because, you know, obviously I see it from one side. Obviously it happens on both sides, but I see it mainly from one side. So I get death threats all the time. If you're a creator, you're gonna get death threats. If you're perceived to be conservative, you're gonna get those death threats, bro. So if you make fun of anybody online or say anything that could be seen as a conservative viewpoint, you'll have quote tweets and you'll have DMs on Twitter about people wanting you to die. They want you dead. Every time I race or I post about NASCAR, there's comments, people want me dead. They want me dead, right? And I usually only see it from one side. That's kind of how this works. Now, people better reel that in. You better rein that shit in. Because when stuff like this starts getting implemented everywhere, you're going to start getting arrested for that kind of stuff. You're no longer going to have your anime profile picture will no longer save you. Okay? That's how this is. And people are way too comfortable with doing that on the internet. I will never understand it. Never understand that shit. The like wishing for death for random people you don't know. That's the weirdest shit from Rowdy Guy says nothing you do online is saying nothing. If you think you're incognito, you're not. It can still be tracked and recorded. Same with keystrokes. 100%. 100%. Hell yeah. Richard, you're conservative? Do you like anime? Thank you, Rowdy Guy. I appreciate you, buddy. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Helena says, I've been vaccinated 100 times and 3 boosters and 18 twice, and I wouldn't change my decisions. I never did. Never got vaccinated. Thank God.
It's just not. Like everybody, people...
You know what's funny? That was not my intent, right? So the vaccine started rolling out or whatever, and you could probably find it on stream. I was like, yeah, I'll go get it before my next flight if it's required or if I go out of the country. You know, but I'm not in a hurry because I don't work anywhere that would require it. So I'm not super concerned about it. And of course, people in chat, it was way more divisive back then. Now everybody agrees, right? With the exception of Helena. But like back then, even half the chat was like, you're an asshole. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not. It's like, you go to the grocery store. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, so I didn't really think about it. And I was like, I'm not really worried about it right now. And people's reaction to me being like, yeah, I'll do it eventually, but I don't have anything, time sensitive going on, so I'm not really worried about it. People's reaction to that made me never get it. When people started being fucking psycho about it and calling me a murderer and shit and freaking out, I was like, yep, never getting it. Ever. Enjoy. That's all it took. People reacting in such a negative way to a completely reasonable choice. Yeah, I was like done. Like, oh, never getting that. Enjoy.
Are using their real names. Most people are. And you've got people on Twitter doing the same thing. People are using 2-factor verification, authentication. They're attaching their phone numbers to their accounts. Nobody's really anonymous anymore. And it's not like in 2007 where it's just like random 4chan posters making, comments about Boxy. This isn't, the world has changed and it's completely changed. It's no longer, the internet is no longer an alternate reality. It is a separate reality. And it is an augment to our reality. And for a lot of people like myself, the internet is reality. You spend more time on the internet in real life. And so it's completely over. Yes, times change. And so I think that with the times changing, there will be a level of accountability that has to follow that.
Yep. 100%. Chris McGough said, I got the flu vaccine in 2004 and got allergies for the first time in my life. Still a bit sometimes. Yeah. So I got the flu vaccine in like 2011, I think. And literally almost died. I was in bed for like a week, like dying. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to do that again. And I have friends that get the flu. They would get the flu vaccine every year and they would get the flu every year and almost die. And I'm like, I'm just going to not do any of that. And now I never really get sick. I get sinus infections all the fucking time though.
Because you can't have people doing business, living their lives and doing all these things on the internet and then having anonymity with everything. It's like driving around without license plates. It's like doing anything else without any form of identification. You have to have something. This was inevitable. But the problem is that, and this is what Charlie's talking about, and this is the big issue. If this happens, it can also be used to justify censorship and to be overly controlling.
Yep.
Like voting? Yes, exactly. There's so many bad sides to the interwebs. Yeah, of course there is, right? This is essential legislation. It's not necessarily essential legislation, but it's inevitable legislation. This will happen Because there is the honest question that I think nobody can really answer in a genuine way. Where is the benefit of a 15-year-old girl having and posting on Instagram? There isn't it.
Yep, 100%. 100%. If you ever are on Instagram, and I know a lot of you have Instagram, just scroll through Reels every once in a while. And your algorithm will feed you whatever, but every once in a while, it's going to send you Gym Girl, right? That's like Instagram's shit. Because all their largest followers, I think, percentage-wise, are like female fitness influencers, right? Because they hot as hell. So, that being said, you look at one, you comment on one, or you just let one play twice, the algorithm's going to feed a few of them to you every now and then. You will be shocked every now and then when you scroll, when you're like, wow, this fitness girl that's in like booty shorts and a crop top looks so young. This is really weird. Interesting. Like, she's just, I guess, has genetics where she looks young. And you click on her profile and she's 13. And you're like, what? Why is she like in Gymshark booty shorts, like doing like booty dancing and shit? What the fuck's going on? Right? It's fucking terrifying. Yes, they should have no access to that shit, in my opinion.
There is literally zero benefit and only negatives. Literally fucking zero. And I think that there are, and that it's zero at best. That's really the big problem. And that's the reason why I think these people are going to be in this situation.
And they're trying to plead their case here about how detrimental this is, trying to bring some kind of sanity and reason back to the UK here in some capacity. I know this word gets tossed around a lot by a bunch of Redditors when tipping their fedora at anything they don't like.
Sure.
But this actually is dystopian. This is preposterous. This was never designed to protect kids from accessing harmful things like porn. It was designed for control and surveillance of their citizens. And it's being proposed in the US as well. If you thought this was an exclusive thought process just for the UK, you're very wrong. America would love to get there.
America's been trying to pass something like this for like the last 10 years under different names. SOPA, SIPA, PIPA, POPA. Like every year there's a new one. Every single year.
Fingers in our buttholes as well. And
of course they would. Absolutely. And again, the people that want to do this, this is the problem. It's like always the old phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Very clearly, there are a lot of people that want to do this for good reasons, like to avoid grooming and to do stuff like that. But the problem is that those people are used as a Trojan horse to get in actual censorship. And I think that's what's happening in the UK. Because like as with most things like this, there's elements of it that I agree with.
Yeah, Chris McGough brings up a great point here. Says the internet was a net negative. It took away delayed gratification and made a generation of house kids. Yeah, it's hard to say, right? So obviously the internet works for me. I actually don't spend a lot of time on it, as you would think. I go to the gym every day. I do a lot of shit. Sometimes I won't have my phone for 10 hours, my phone will die at the airport, won't have a charger. Well, I got an 8-hour fucking layover and all this bull. Yeah, I'm not having my phone, right? So that happens all the time. So, but I digress. The delayed gratification is actually very interesting that you bring that up, because I feel like that's where a lot of relationships break down. In a generation of instant gratification, right? So if you ever have a question of any type, you can just Google it and immediately have the answer. If I'm watching a movie and I'm like, oh, I've seen this actress in something before. Let me Google the movie, find out I can find out immediately, right? And that's with every piece of information, every access of data. It's all at our fingertips. But relationships haven't changed. So if you have a man and a woman together and they've been in a relationship for a long time and stuff starts to get a little rocky, instead of fixing it, they get a divorce, right? Because of instant gratification. There's no way to fix it quick. Relationships still take work. Right? They still take a lot of work, and people aren't willing to work because they're not used to that. Instant gratification is all they know. Therefore, first thing they're going to do is divorce. I'm feeling resentment. It must be my partner. Divorce, right? I don't have an easy answer. The only thing I can do is end it, right? I feel like that's a very possible reason why relationships really just don't last. Richard says we should make internet illegal and go back to monkey. I agree, Richard. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I love you. Appreciate you. Oh my God. Guccimus Says, how do you have everyone's profile pic memorized? I just do. And when you change it, it ruins everything for me. Don't do it. Don't do it. What's up, Newman? How you doing, baby? Pedro beefing with you again. Bro, I tell you, man. I tell you, bro. It is wild as hell. We're going to get into that here in a second.
Have the Kids Online Safety Act that has been reintroduced in late May that aims to do something very similar here. It's a very common tactic where these proposed legislations will have things like, we have to protect the children. You know, another classic meme, think of the children. Yeah, well, it's a meme for a reason, because it is the go-to strategy for a lot of politicians.
Which is interesting because kind of related. When my post, so I had a really, really large post go viral on Twitter the other day. For some odd reason, 90% of my DMs I got were just pictures of dead children and people wanting to pay me to share them. Which is a side of the internet I've never seen before. Right? And when I say the post went viral, it went viral. Like easily my biggest tweet times like 8. And I've had some big ones. Yeah, so 90% of my my message requests are obviously Middle Eastern accounts. I don't know the language, obviously. It's like a different, it's like Arabic or whatever. And it's just pictures of dead children, and they're trying to pay me to like retweet them. They're like, how much retweet? And it's just a picture of a dead kid every time. And it's because they're trying to push whatever propaganda that is affecting them. I don't know. I don't follow it. I don't know what's happening. I can't read it, obviously. It's in a different language, and I'm not translating because it's a message request. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, that it's just they're wanting me to push whatever like propaganda. And their main first, and it seems like their only fucking tactic is to just send me dead kids and like post this, and it'll hurt people's feelings. And I'm like, actually, it doesn't. It just freaks people out. An image of a dead child doesn't it should be a crying child if you want to get that point across. Dead, that's fucking weird. What are you doing? You know? So yeah, it happens all the time. Michael says block that shit. I don't block anybody on X. That's a rule. That is a rule of mine. I don't block people. I mute them though all the time. Is that Matt says, when say some big ones, do you mean PPs? No, there's no big PPs in my life, buddy. I'm sorry. Unfortunately. I don't know what you heard, but thank you. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. All of you, Matt. I'm pretty sure it's Matt Paulson, by the way. Love you, dude.
Because it's very easy to drum up support under this false pretense. It is not about protecting kids. This isn't actually trying to stop kids from accessing porn. It is a convenient way for them to control your information and spy on you freely, openly, and easily. It is all about surveillance, control, and censorship. And all I can do is sit here and cross my...
He's completely right about this, by the way. This is the reason why something like this has to happen through a government authentication system that the individual companies have no awareness of, and they have no access to, only through a checking mechanism, like LinkedIn, for example. You can't have the companies doing this themselves.
Fingers and toes while kissing a rabbit's foot that we are lucky enough that this will be shot down as it has in the past in this country. But it's not guaranteed. Obviously, most people don't want kids accessing porn. Yeah. And in an age where information can spread so quickly, so wrongly, there's...
Everybody knows, like, this is something that's probably, like, politically incorrect to say this, but, like, if you were 12 years old now and you were in the UK, do you think this would stop you from looking at porn? Really? Like, I mean, let's just be honest about this. I don't even think this would put a dent in it. It's not going to change this at all. It's not going to do anything. Like if I was a kid, this wouldn't stop me. I'd just work around it the same as I work around everything else. And so the real reason, and like this is the problem, is that because they're not willing to use an actual comprehensive system like South Korea, and they use these weird half measures, what they end up doing is all they're achieving is just censoring things and not helping anybody. And that's the big problem. Kids are the most resourceful. Well, they don't have anything else to do.
Yep.
I'd steal a relative's ID. And
the most dangerous person is somebody with nothing to do. That's why when you'll get some really dedicated trolls that literally just live at home and don't do anything, and they'll just harass you 24/7. It's like, damn, baby. It's very passionate. They're very passionate about it.
Use it? Yeah, sure. Right. I mean, a million different ways of doing it. This isn't about porn. It's about corporate profits. I don't even think it's about that, honestly. I think it's about the government trying to create narratives and control narratives. That's really what's going on here. It's not even about corporations at all. We have an actual censorship supporter in chat. What is this here? Let me read this person's message. Why isn't he explaining how 12-year-olds get around it? How would they get around it? Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of ways, right? I mean, you could, so there's a way that you could use a parent's account. You could get on your parent's account. Like, that's what I did. Like, I mean, I just use my mom's account to go on the internet. Like, I use my mom's computer. Like, how many of you guys, whenever you looked at porn the first time, you just did it on the family computer? So, like, it's not.
Yeah, dude. That was me. Well, it wasn't the first time I saw anything. It was VHSs, you know. I don't know how old Asmongold is, but mine was VHSs. The internet was in its infancy when I was like 10 years old, right? Everything looked like that Space Jam website. You know the one. You know the one. How old is Asmongold? How old is Asmongold? Oh, he's my age. He's 35. Interesting. Right, a guy. When it comes down to Kern, where there is a will, there is a way. Look what happened with Prohibition. People still got their booze. Yeah, that's for them. There was booze. They were running it. They were running the moonshine, bro. They were running that moonshine. Thank you, Right Guy. I appreciate you, dude. We're still getting super chats late in the game. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. I love you, man.
Even like, so like your parents have it, and then you just delete the history. So like, I mean, that's one way that's like really obvious, right? Opera browser has a VPN built into it. Yeah, sure. I'm just saying in general. Earlier messages. And what is this here? Just relax, guys. USA think a lot of people London equals the UK. This is so funny to us in the UK. We think America's overreacting. Destiny is a result of accessing porn easily. We've seen the negative of kids accessing porn easily. It's essential legislation. It's old school.
People are like, we in the UK support this. Yeah, obviously you do. Obviously you do. The UK is a very strange place because they actually do have a lot of support for a lot of their crazy shit going on. And I don't really understand it, but they must understand it. It's very interesting.
Skip streamers, what is this here? I'll let this person make one more comment, but I want to move on past this. There's something a 12-year-old would ask. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a million different ways that you can get around rules like this. I mean, it's common sense.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that might hear the tiddlywinks about this bill, think it's doing something that it's not, and support it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible. There's never been an easier time to get some really damaging freedom overturning bills passed than right now.
Yeah.
Because you control so much information so easily, and most people don't bother to spend even a fucking iota of a second researching any of the topics. It's just...
They usually just read the headline and post it, right? They'll just read a headline. That's what like 99% of people do. It's very frustrating.
With everything, yeah. People don't
really concerning mix of ingredients here for like the possible perfect storm of no longer having an internet that you can access without providing identification. For some reason, it's become highly accepted and normalized that the internet is expected to cater to children being on it completely unsupervised.
That is the problem. That is the issue. I think that you can draw the line at social media websites and peer-to-peer messaging, but the idea that the entire internet needs to be sanitized, regulated, and controlled because some parent that's a shitty parent might not be able to control their kid going on a bad website, this is outrageous.
100%. Like I said, government shouldn't raise your kids. You should. I bet kids these days know what a VPN is. They sure do, but like the government in the UK is claiming that VPNs won't even work. They said VPNs will not work under this. And I don't really know how they could really regulate that, but they claim they can, you know.
I don't think that the entire population has to live with censorship because some parents can't live with accountability. It's a completely massive distortion, and it doesn't make any sense at all. It's also a lot harder now because parents give their kids iPhones. Well, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can check that probably, right? I mean, there's so many tools to manage it as well. You can install a keylogger to get parents' passwords. Yeah, exactly. You're making a good point, but I don't see proof of the Trojan horse argument. Sure. So basically, here's the point that I'm making. So anything that would be unacceptable for a kid to see. So do you think that violence and certain types of political extremism would be unacceptable for a kid to see? I think there would be a lot of people who would arrive at the conclusion that, yes, actually, it would be unacceptable for a kid to see it. So because of that, you could have things like the different pushes for, like the lesser immigration in the EU, for example. You could have that be categorized as behavior that should be censored.
100%. Yep. 100%. This is what I was talking about earlier with dissenting opinions being removed. And then not realizing that 4 to 8 to 12 to 9 years later, suddenly the political party you may support isn't in power anymore. And the new political party uses those same precedents set to remove all of your approved opinions as safe and list them as harmful.
They could easily make that argument. And I think that you could make that argument because really this is a complex adult political issue that really shouldn't be being shown to kids. This isn't really about kids. Kids don't understand that. And so, yeah, play the UK PM talking to Trump about this today. You mean whenever the UK PM said that you don't get in trouble for, you know, like saying things on the internet, but then there's like multiple examples of people getting in trouble for saying things on the internet? He's lying. He's saying something that's not true. And it's verifiably not true because you can look at what's happened to people and you can look at what laws they have. Why would you listen to what he's saying instead of looking at what he's doing? I don't even understand that.
And while that does happen, that is the fault of the parent, and the blame lies solely on the parent refusing to do their job in raising their own fucking kids. It is not the internet's responsibility to do that for them. Now,
the world does not need to be a padded room for you to bounce around in. This is the same viewpoint that I've had with like that 2% stuff. Why are we catering all of society around the dumbest, most irresponsible, most violent, abusive, aggressive, problematic, and antisocial people? Why are we doing that? It seems like a massive mistake.
You know, it's been very common for parents to just sit their kids in front of an iPad, creating these iPad kids, setting them up for failure, really by refusing to actively be a part of their life and raise them.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that the internet needs to step in and change to do it for them. There needs to be the onus placed back on.
Yeah, you know, that's actually hard. So me not like having children is kind of hard to really explain my viewpoint on giving them technology. But bro, every single kid I see out there has like an iPad with that little cover on it, like the spongy cover. So if they drop it, you know, and they're all just staring at an iPad or whatever tablet they have, right? And I'm always weirded out by it, but I don't really know if, I mean, I guess it would have to be a negative. I don't know if you've ever watched deep dives into the content that children like consume and how it's not even educational. It's just like slop, like weird, creepy slop, you know, like AI slop, and they just watch it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of unrelated, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. But at any rate, let's talk about some Pedro Pascal, because we've been live for freaking hours and I haven't even talked about my boy yet. My boy Pedro Pascal. He's the man with a plan, boys. So I'm going to show you. So first and foremost, I cracked the code on Twitter, by the way. So if you guys don't know, I had a tweet or post or whatever like 3-4 days ago, and that shit went to the moon. It went to the moon. Let me find it. I still get like likes and shit on it, but I'm trying to find it now because it's kind of like mixed in with everything because I tweeted a bunch today. Boop, boop, boop. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. All right. So, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, that's not the tweet. That's the second tweet I had that blew up. I had two of them, 2 Pedro Pascal tweets that went crazy. Here we go. All right. So, oh, Pedro. By the way, we are 50 likes from 300. Thank you so much. All the boys that are super chatted, you guys are goats. We've had a ton of red boys, pink boys, orange boys, gold boys, Michael, Billy. Billy with a bunch of... Billy threw about 100 red boys now. Jesus Christ. Billy ain't the only red boyer. No, he's definitely not. Somebody else did one. Who else did one? I can't find it. Am I crazy? Could have sworn there was another one. Is Billy the only red boyer? Damn. I didn't expect that. I did not vote for Pedro. What's up, Mike Zulu? How you doing? But a ton of super chatters. Appreciate you guys so much. Also, Sean and Master Lions, they were gifting memberships like crazy. 20 here, 50 there. You guys are the goats. I really appreciate that. That's insane. Insane support. It's like 2 red boys, bro. All right. So at any rate, so here's the tweet without further ado. So I tweeted this, and this caused quite the uproar. My tweet says, how come Pedro Pascal never gets anxiety around Bella Ramsey? A lot of responses were very stupid to this. And the most common response was people saying that she's a child. She's not. And I don't know where this comes from. I think it's because people have really actually unironically have a hard time separating reality from fiction. So Bella Ramsey, yeah, she plays like a 14 or 13-year-old in Last of Us. She's in her 20s. No idea why people think this, but they just do. So the most common response from this tweet was, oh, well, she's a child. That's why he doesn't. And I'm like, She's literally a few years younger than the other women that he's been groping. I'm very confused. But okay, I digress. So the post got, if you can see this, it got 255,000 likes. 255,000 likes, 30 million views, 10,000 retweets, and 2.5 thousand replies. Also, I want to point out something. You can tell immediately when a post is botted and when a post is not botted. This has 2.5 thousand replies, 10,000 reposts, and 250,000 likes. If you scroll down your feed on X, you'll see a lot of stuff that has 100K likes and 3 replies. That means they botted it. What does that mean? It means they went to a website and they paid money to have likes. That's what that means. But I digress. So I made this post, and of course, got a decent following from it. It was pretty nice, and I had a lot of sub posts to this because everybody is defending Pedro, and it's mainly women. And women, for some reason, they always defend men that are doing really creepy shit. If A, they're of the approved opinion, or B, they're attractive, right? If Pedro Pascal was old and fat, they would all be pissed. All of them would be pissed right now. They'd be like, this is gross. This is disgusting. What's going on? If you look like Harvey Weinstein, yeah, everybody would be pissed as fuck right now. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, a lot of women are defending him. And it's very interesting because it reminds me of like Joe Biden. And I don't know if you remember this, but something I didn't really care about the political shit, back then, really. But there was a lot of weird ass videos of like Joe Biden like rubbing little girls and like whispering in their ear and sniffing them and shit. And that was weird. I'm sorry, it's fucking creepy. But there was a lot of women defending him, saying he's just a sweet old man. That's what it is. He's just sweet and kind. He's just so morally good. So when he like that, he actually means well when he does creepy shit like that. That's what they actually said. Because he had the approved opinion, or the perceived approved opinions. He was like fucking 85. He don't give a fuck about any of that shit. He didn't even know where he was. But he had the approved opinion online or in the public eye. Therefore, he was not creepy. Right? Now, a lot of them was also going after him as well. So, whatever. But I posted this. I was like, everybody in this thread right now, she's a 21-year-old kid, you sick fuck. Yeah. And then they were trying to say, oh, well, he totally sees her as a daughter. Like, they even make up their own narrative. Like, has Pedro ever said this? They're just like, oh, well, you see, Pedro sees her as a daughter figure, so he would never do anything weird. Right? Like, and they're always saying, oh, all of his female co-stars gave him complete consent to rub them. I'm like, where did you hear this? You're just making shit up. Everybody just makes shit up. That's what they think probably happened. So they just say that's what happened, right? It's the way rumors get started and then really get out of control because people are like, oh, that's probably what happened. Therefore, it did happen, right? It's like, why did you cheat on your husband? Well, I thought he was cheating on me. It's like, but he wasn't. Well, I thought he was. Therefore, he was, right? So a lot of very interesting stuff was posted on this. Like this person says, you can tell me that this is a conservative AstroTurf, which is that's just all the shit, right? Because they're mad he isn't a PDF, right? Now, isn't that interesting? To imply Pedro is a PDF because he's weirdly groping a young girl also implies him groping anybody is wrong. They caught themselves in a trap, right? Why would it make you a PDF if the thing you were doing, like touching everybody in weird, strange ways, wasn't actually wrong or gross or inappropriate? Therefore, you wouldn't be a PDF if you did it to a young person, right? It would just be normal. Shocking. The contradiction rears its ugly head. That was my favorite. This is my favorite response on the post, by the way. There was a lot of people that are like, you just wanted to be a pedophile. I'm like, oh, so you're agreeing what he's doing is gross. And they're like, oh, fuck, I goofed. And this person says because she's a child. And I was like, she's literally a dad. I love this picture of Kevin James. I love this picture, bro. Yeah, Tricky Rich. That's a weird situation that always happens, isn't it? Very interesting. Stinky Bug says, how was he touching people? Mostly shoulder action. No, like he like kisses their neck and kisses their lips and kisses them on the face, and then he grabs them by the waist and pulls them really close and grabs them from behind. Shoulder action? What are you talking about? No one would have a problem if he was just putting his arm around his female co-stars and his male co-stars and doing this. I take pictures all the time with people, and I put my arm around them, we take a picture, and I sign their shit all the time. Now, if I came up behind them and grabbed them by the hips and like pulled them close to me and was like rubbing my face on their neck and shit, that would be fucking weird. And people would be like, why are you doing that? I have anxiety, you see, it's necessary. So I digress. But this led to an ass ton of DMs of people wanting me to die. We're going to go through them. A lot of them are weird ass DMs, like Middle Eastern accounts. I'm not really sure how that happened, but Raya the Guy, I actually have a theory on that. So my theory is they're doing the exact same thing that Ariana Grande and that one chick did for Wicked. Like they make it really weird and strange, so it's always in the news cycle. Therefore, people went and saw Wicked, right? That's my theory. But it's freaky. It's very freaky indeed. It is very strange indeed. All right, let me take this off just in case. I don't want to show anything. Let me go down. I like that one. That one's fun. All right, so here's my message request. So you're going to see a lot of these are like Middle Eastern accounts wanting me to share pictures of dead children. Literally like the last probably 50. And I don't understand. And it's also, they're also asking if they can pay me to share these. Now, I don't know what you think, but that seems like it's like a wave of like propaganda. Like people might take money for those kind of things. I don't care enough. That's strange, especially not my account sharing that. That would be really weird, right? So that Wicked movie was too wicked for me. Yeah, I'm not interested in musicals about the Wizard of Oz at all. I'm not really interested in musicals unless they're live. I would not want to watch a movie musical. I would like to watch a live musical. Never seen the Evita movie. Love the live production, right? So that's me. But at any rate, yeah. So I'm trying not to click on any of these, but they're all about this. This one's like a really good one though. It says, "Hey, dumb, stick to driving in circles," which I like that one. This one says, now I also want you to pay attention. They all block you immediately. So they say something and then block you, which is like the absolute perfect like display of how internet interactions happen. So like people like this in real life, they don't want you to be able to respond or interact in any way. They just want to say a thing and disappear. Anonymity, right? Which is why these things never happen in real life. Not from the internet, right? Unless it's two UFC fighters or something. The people that crawl into your DMs from the internet, they're never going to come up to you in real life. Because then I could be like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to slap you in the face. And then they'll literally shit their pants and start crying and pass out, right? Or have a panic attack. Wicked's an extremely popular Broadway musical. Maybe should do more for box office numbers. It probably did pretty well. I know a lot of people watched it. I just had no interest in watching it. I prefer live musicals. She's green. Yeah, that's weird in the list, but I don't really know how it works. I'm not really keen on the lore of Wicked. Ashley says, "Kissy face." Thank you, Ashley. $5 super chat. Love you, baby. Appreciate you. I love you. Appreciate you. Ashley coming in strong. Anyways, I don't know what this one is. Let me remove just in case any of these are crazy. This one's interesting. This one says, "How much do you charge for a reply?" Interesting. Oh wow. I just ignore them. I mute them. See, the way I work is when somebody's like not being a fun troll, I mute them immediately. Right? So if I like post a meme about like dating and somebody comments, LOL, you reckon racing, I'm gonna mute you because that literally makes no sense. If I post a picture of like one of my race cars and you say that, I won't mute you because it actually is related to my post. So I'm totally cool with that. Same thing happens. Like somebody the other day I muted. It was like a random meme. And I don't even remember the meme. And somebody commented and they're like, "You're friends with Nick Ricada. Ah. And he gave his daughter cocaine." Or something. And I muted him. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? If I streamed and my guest star on my stream was Nick Ricada, yeah, I would mute you. Yeah, because that kind of pertains to the, it's happening. But if I post a random meme about like a computer thing or like a dating thing and your post is, "Oh, Nick Ricada," I mute you. Because it's not, you're not going to be a fun troll. You're just going to be like random and strange, right? And there's no benefit to random and strange. Is that chastake? Holy balls, bruh. For the first time in forever, chai steaks arrived. For the first time in forever. Duke. Motherfucking Duke. How you doing, buddy? Exactly, Stinky Bug. Troll on topic, bruh. Troll on topic, bruh. Come on now. Come on now. All right, let's go back. Let's get back to it. Am I still sharing? Okay, cool. Just making sure. No, go back. Don't lose the tweet, please, God, for the love of Jesus. Yeah. Now, I'm going to show you some very fun quote tweets of the unbelievable hate from this post. I love it. Love it so much. And you're going to see a lot of these that are claiming that, well, he isn't a PDF. And I'm like, that implies what he's doing is wrong. So even you think what he's doing is wrong. And it's a very, very, what is it? Is the phrase catch 22? Is that the phrase? I might be wrong. I'm not a smart man. Chastake knows. He's been here for years, right? Life happens, dudes. Story of my life. What's up? But like, if you imply him touching what you perceive as a child, which is not, but if you imply him touching a child in the way he touches like grown married women is inappropriate, which would lead him to being a PDF, then that's you implying what he is doing currently to adult women that are married is inappropriate. Can't be that you can't have it both. I swear there's just loud noises in my house all the time, and it scares the shit out of me. Just hear shit falling over, and I'm like, hope that wasn't something expensive. Y'all are weird. Black Twitter is interesting. Ugly, corny, and weird. That's like the derogatory things. You're ugly, you're corny, you're weird. And I'm like, that why people don't care about those words. You're ugly? Yeah, I know, man. I have my face. This tweet says more about who wrote it than Pedro Pascal. Yeah. People, of course, call me a PDF because I tweeted that for some reason. People call him literally just shoulder hugging. What's her name? Bella Ramsey. That's the same thing as him grabbing that one girl's hips and like her like lower back and like kissing her neck and shit. Same thing. It's the exact same thing. You can see they botted this too. For what reason, I will not know. But if you want an example of a botted post, this has 16K likes and 8 responses. I don't know why they botted a quote tweet, but have at it, bro. Have at it. And again, at least he's not a PDF. People on this site should be born in a prison. These people think I should be arrested. Thank God he had 180,000. Hell yeah, bro. The whole men's health thing matters really falls off a cliff when it's a celebrity you don't like. Well, here's the issue. If my diagnosis is I have generalized anxiety and my cure is to rub and grope women around me, this is not a mental health men's thing matters anymore. Okay? Think of how stupid that is. Imagine explaining that to like your wife or girlfriend. You need to have sex with me right now because I have anxiety. Okay? And if you don't have sex with me, you don't care about men's mental health like you say you do. That's like the ultimate manipulation. And how women don't see this immediately as a red flag and being gross is beyond me. Like beyond me. Based. again, because he's not a PDF. And here's one of these people making up an entire lore around why he doesn't touch Bella Ramsey. They make up an entire lore around it, right? An entire lore around it, right? Lord Shadow says, did Cody actually get threats from Pedro Pascal? What do you think? What do you think, my friend? It's Pedro Pascal stands, bro. What do you think? If I was Asmongold, I don't even think he'd threaten me. Even my video could get 110 million views. I don't think he'd threaten me. Because if he did, his career would be over overnight because he's giving credence to it, right? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, don't shame the perv for having standards based. This person says you literally expose yourself as a PDF. They got 2 whole likes. I'm not surprised. People are claiming that I'm an incel because, and this is the alarming thing that people are intentionally obtuse about, right? They're intentionally obtuse. They post a picture of Pedro Pascal literally just hugging Bella Ramsey and say it's the exact same thing. And they're intentionally being obtuse on purpose. They know what they're doing. They know they're being disingenuous, but they're posting these saying, gotcha, he does hug her. I'm like, oh, wow, he's hugging her like I hug my fucking dad. He's not grabbing her by the hips and then wrapping his arms around her lower waist and pulling her in and kissing her on the neck. Right? That's not what he's doing. No one would have a problem if he just hugged a co-star. This is intentionally disingenuous. And everybody does it. It's the same thing, bro. Totally the same thing. I don't see him thumbing her. Not the same thing. I love this post. An alarming number of people either believe Bella Ramsey has stayed permanently 12 years old, or that childhood extends past the age of 21. Yep. Beautiful post. I love how everybody just thinks that, hey, this guy, why don't you bot and post, bro? She's not married. His fetish is groping married women in front of thousands of people. If they aren't married, he can't get off. Now, I know this is a meme, but it's likely got some truth to it because I have people I've met in life that their entire fetish is people like women or men in relationships. Like that's what they like. We need male genocide now. This person says all men should be killed. Very interesting. Fathom becomes a member. Thank you, Fathom. 104 members in that. 104 members. Lord Shadow says, LOL, incel means literally nothing anymore. They use it as an insult against anyone they don't like or can't win any argument against. Yeah, it doesn't. It's actually kind of sad that people do this so often. Because I think the word incel actually could be used as a fun insult, but they ruined it. They just say everybody that has an opinion that's not mine is an incel or a bigot of some variety, which has completely taken power from all those words. All those words have zero power now. And what happens when your words lose power? You lose power. They're all gone now. All of them. Right? So now you have no foot to stand on because your entire political movement was around insulting people and trying to make them look bad morally. And when people suddenly don't care about being morally superior, you're in danger. Right? Thank you, Fathom. You're in danger. 11 whole replies, 4,000 likes. Damn. Oh, look, he hugged her. Same thing. Same thing. That guy was like, I posted over a year and a half ago that Bella Ramsey did not look Hollywood. Yeah, no shit. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. The treatment of Pedro Pascal on this app is absolutely disgusting. You know what's my favorite part about this? All these people defending Pedro Pascal, if any allegations come out, they're going to be the first people that say, oh, I saw this all along. I knew there was something off about Pedro Pascal. All of them are going to jump on that bandwagon immediately. They always do. If any allegations come out, they're going to be the first ones that go after him. I knew something was off from the beginning. Unfortunately for you, you have old tweets and people always find them, and it's always fun to see it. Ride the guy. Remember that episode when Cartman faked having Tourette's so he could swear? I could see people faking anxiety so they could grab ass. Oh, yeah. There should, you know what? I would not be surprised if this season of South Park has one of those. Like Randy fakes having anxiety so he can grope women. Because Pedro Pascal does it. They're not, that would be a very, very easy one for them, I think. And it would be hilarious. And what is the name of that episode? Le Petit? Is that the name of that episode you're talking about? Le Petit? It's one of my favorite episodes. Where he like touched his cousin's wiener. I touched my cousin's wiener. Thank you, Riley Guy. It's a great episode. What if he does? Fuck these incels, bruh. Fuck these incels, bruh. Remember, and everybody's like, none of these men who make these posts, because it's all men, by the way. None of these men that make these posts ever put consent into the mix because they've never been given it because they're incels. Yeah, my favorite part about this is they create this fake world, again, this fake lore that every woman ever has given Pedro Pascal consent. That's what they do. They're like, oh, well, I already know the lore, right? Pedro's a good guy like me. Therefore, he got consent from everybody to do anything he wants. And also, him and this person are friends. And they've known each other for a long time. They know all the lore, right? All the fake lore that they made up in their head and they determine is truth because they made it up, right? Very interesting. This person says two things. She's fucking 21. Stop treating grown-ass women as children. Don't be so gross. Number two, are you saying that what this idiot does is sexual and not for fucking anxiety? So he's actually harassing those women? One, not trying to reduce the anxiety so he doesn't have? Got it. I like how it says she was 17 when they filmed Last of Us. Well, she's not. She's 21 now. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. This reply literally made no sense. It's like, you just admitted what she's doing is wrong. And they're like, I actually did not do that at all. Well, that's the end of it right there, right? Case closed. It's like, did you just contradict yourself? No. But it's black and white right there. No. 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 It's like the magic conch shell. No. No. Oh my God, no. Thank God it saved my place. There's so many. Keep in mind, there's like 5,000 quote tweets. Y'all are getting weird and ugly. You're weird and ugly. Me. And then there's so many of these posts that completely contradict each other one way or the other. It's like, he does touch her. And I'm like, so he is a PDF? It's like, no, he would be a PDF if he did touch her. And I'm like, so what he's doing is wrong? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, can you fucking come to a consensus here? Can you come from a consensus, please? Sorry, I've been drinking. What'd you say, Tricky? What'd you say? You say something negative in the chat, bro? I'll ban you. Oh, you didn't say anything negative, bro. What's up? What's up, dude? Come on, baby. It's all good. It's all good. Speaking of musicals, you ever see the Book of Mormon? Like a live act? No. I've seen the isn't it hold on, let me see. It's like a movie, isn't it? Book of Mormon. It's been a long time. Matt and Trey. It's a musical. So is it a live stage musical or is it a production? I've watched something that I thought was like a filmed thing, but maybe I haven't. I know I've watched the South Park episode, which is beautiful, but I've never seen a live version of it. You still haven't said what broke truck Travis Myers? It just lost power, man. I don't know. No idea, dude. I just got out and left, so I didn't stay around. He tried the same thing on Willem Dafoe's wife. He looked pissed as fuck. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I know my man. I appreciate all that touching and feeling. Oh yeah. If I okay, here's I'll give you a parallel. If my wife, if I was married and my wife had to attend like galas for her like business, and she always looked killer, you know, orgasm. Oh my god. And I like they were publicly broadcast or something, maybe I don't know, or I went to them or whatever. And there was like another dude like grabbing my chick by the wife, my like wife by the waist and pulling her in and like kissing her on the neck and hugging her and like rubbing all over. Yeah, that dude. For one, that would already have been a conversation that stuff like that's not okay. But let's say assume it didn't. There's going to be a conversation. Obviously, I'm going to be like, all right, hold on, get it. Let's stop this. What's going on? This is not a thing I'm going to do, right? And if it proceeds and she doesn't push him away, that's number one, right? I think it should be a given that the dude gets bitch slapped though. Snafu, I got that autism, so I can touch it. Also, that guy's got a real freaking monkey. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Snafu, it's you're good to go. Green light. What's up? Thank you, Snafu. I love you, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Chadwick, we had a good lead lap finish there on the ARCA race. God, it was just so many cars in that race. And it was stacked, bro. It was a stacked field. This is a lot of fun, but the car was so tight. The truck was great for a little bit, for a few laps. It was really good. I was very sad. So, all right, boys. I think it's about time for you to like the show. We're 40 likes from goal, and you need to like it, or else you're banned. You're gonna be put in the band, bro, and driven away, far away, into the night, alone. Why am I subscribed to all these? I should unsubscribe to the Oh My God Live TV homeless channel because there's like 30 channels on here. I don't need that. I don't need all this. Let's see. What? Right, we're gonna raid King Queso because he's my boy. Hit that like button, boys. Kiss it on the puppy. Probably Zaina. You might be right. I don't know. I don't know the lore. South Park and Family Guy fell off for me when they shrilled hard for the vaccines. Everybody is either a dumbass or they're pushing agenda. I don't remember them shilling for the vaccine. Now I watched the pandemic special, or it might have been the one after that where they are adults. And there was like they did the both sides thing, right? Which is what South Park always does. They always do the both sides thing, which is I really enjoy that. So I don't really remember that. Right? There was a Hillary Clinton Snook episode, bro. Bro, the like transgender sport episode, bro. Are you kidding me? Shit was crazy. Strong woman. Strong woman. It's a fucking great episode. I'm gonna do Naked Snake, boys. I gotta find my bandana though. It's the 200 or 487th, I think. Let me find it. I don't know where it is. I hope it's in here. That would suck. Yeah. Strong woman. Strong woman. All right. Family Guy, man. Yeah, Family Guy's trash. Family Guy's been trash for like 15 years, though. Like, Family Guy's like unwatchable. I'll see a clip from Family Guy, and I'm like, what the fuck is this garbage? Like, ooh, it's terrible. First, like, 4 seasons of Family Guy, I think, are all right. And then it goes off the fucking rails. That was the best episode of past 10 years of the show. I really like Tweak and Craig. That's one of my favorite episodes, Tweak and Craig. I don't know if that's the last 10 years, though. There's a lot of seasons, you know. Let me hit some guys real quick. Big shout out to these beautiful people in the chat. Billy, as always, Billy throwing down support. The Gauntlet. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Pink boys, orange boys, all up in your face. Mr. Rob, Mr. Caros, Billy with the red boys, Michael Nair, pink boy up my face. Thank you guys so much, dude. Master Lions and Sean, we had 104 memberships tonight. 104. It's insane. Insane. Sean and Master Lions went crazy. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the goats. Black Sheep, my brother. Ashley, thank you so much, baby. I love you. Rob, the guy with like a bunch of 5s. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, dude. You guys are the goats. Really, really appreciate you guys so much for all your love today. We'll be back Wednesday, of course. Or I might be back tomorrow, actually. I might be back tomorrow because I know it's the end of the month and I took a day off. And when I take a day off, I can't pay my mortgage anymore. That's how freaking crazy this shit is nowadays. So let's do Nega Snake, and then we're going to raid, I think, King Queso. Get them likes up, boys. Here we go. It's one more time. One more time. Down the hatch for the boys. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here we go. It's time, boys. You ready? Oh, my God. It's fucking chai tea.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night.
Here we go. Chai tea's the first one.
I'm searching.
Here we go, boys. You guys ready? I'm a hairy boy today. One more time, boys. 30 likes away. Oh, my headband. Here we go. In my time, there be nobody else. Chai tea. Cry. It's the way I fly to you, Ashley. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Here we go. Donna!
Someday we'll go red. Someday you feel on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God, can you believe it? I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Yeah. In my time, everybody else. Yeah. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. Yeah. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 487 times in a row. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support. One more time. Here we go. 28 likes away. It's time. Ready? Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support. We hit every damn goal, and it wouldn't be possible without you beautiful boys in the chat. Ashley's going to finish me off. Hell yeah. Just like she does in my dreams. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. Appreciate you so much for your sweaty, hot and bothered snake laugh. Appreciate you so much. We're going to raid King Queso because he's the man with the plan. Give him some likes. Give him some love. Say Cam raid in the chat. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, but obviously Wednesday, but maybe tomorrow as well. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog. Gone it. Billy, Sean, Mass Lions, Goats Among Men. Michael and I, you guys know who you are. Roddy guy. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Unlike law student. Oh, yeah.